Last time, the party finds a small cafe in the nicer part of town, closed down for the evening by following Gertrude's ring using locate object during the games, the chariot race. Supposedly, according to this locate object, Gertrude's ring is inside the cafe and below it. Finding no stairs to get below, you spend some time searching for a secret entrance. Eventually, Cephas gives a pull on the chandelier and a mechanism within the walls reveals a staircase below the bar counter. As the party files down the stairs one by one, the chandelier rapidly shoots back up and the bar slides back over, trapping Ghibli and Lumen in the cafe dining room. Then, surprising them, our shadowy villain, only known to you as Red Scarf Guy, shows up before the fireplace intent on having words. The party finds skeletal remains wearing the ring in the base where they're attacked by animated armor, all while Ghibli and Lumen did their best to fight for their lives against a foe that clearly outmatched them up above. Lumen was on death's door not once but twice, and Ghibli was moments away from giving himself over as a captive before the party broke out from underneath the counter and fought back together. Just as city guards showed up to investigate the disturbance, you guys all get back up there and he starts to get away. The party promises to now go public with their discovery of these shady operations below the business that was owned by First Lieutenant Ransom Larch in order to both protect the guards, not their identities, but to protect them as well as protect yourselves. But today, where we pick up, the party has now left the Hermit Thrush for the evening, and you've returned to your rooms in your two rooms in the inn that you're staying at for the night in order to get some rest. We open up in the morning in your rented rooms as you're now discussing plans for the day and your upcoming dinner with High Commander Trake. What would you like to do?
I thought we were gonna just plan tonight, and then we'd have to wake up super early to get there before they open, because I don't know where the criers are, where.
We were told by.
Yeah, but were we gonna write it tonight?
We would have to write tonight if we want them to know tomorrow.
Yes, it's true. That's how time works, yes.
That's how time works.
We can't write it tomorrow and have them talk about it tonight?
In the morning, yeah.
Clonus would gladly write up whatever we want to have written up.
And Cephas said he would provide paper.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a bunch of that.
And Edovard was providing a brain.
I am a brain.
With his journalistic integrity.
Edovard actually moonlighted as an investigative journalist.
And Titus promises to help, but will fall asleep in the corner.
100%.
So then I write up what we're going to be saying?
Yes, Clonus is going to write. Cephas is providing paper. Edovard has a plan.
Always.
So you guys are writing up what you want the town criers to say, and then you're going to take it to whatever gazette or whatever you've been told
I didn't
about.
write a full script, but I wrote headline stuff.
Okay.
And then we can shove anything else in there that needs to go.
Perfect.
Hermit Thrush exposed to be militant storehouse.
Oh.
It's kind of a bold title.
Catchy.
Maybe. Heroic guards investigate suspicious noise and broken window.
Ooh, making the guards out to be the good people.
Yes.
Good idea.
Let's not have heroes die. Multiple weapon stashes and armor sets found. I don't know. Reports of the land being owned by one Lark.
Do you say why the guards were investigating, or does it sound like they just, without
Heroic
word?
guards investigate suspicious noise and broken window.
Okay.
And then they find a storehouse.
And then the
weapons.
second part, you had that one in the
These are in no particular order.
Mm-hmm. But right after that, it was perfect to go off of.
Multiple weapon stashes and armor sets found.
They found after.
Should we insert something about Audrey Christophorus? He was the suspicious guard.
Weren't we going to, wasn't everyone going to be named?
Everyone will be named.
Yes.
Okay.
But perhaps we should write
Specifically
You're going to write that he looked shifty when we asked
I don't
One
know
of the
about
guards
writing
might
that.
not be a hero.
I think that's probably best left to, the guard to take care of in the background.
Yeah.
Because if he gets pointed out to be a mole, and then...
Sorry.
To the public, and then Lark can just be like, you're of no use anymore.
We don't want to make him a scapegoat.
Can you list the names of all the guards?
Yes, I can. Guards present. I should spell them because they're not easy to say.
I don't care.
Okay. Evroin Guile.
Evroin
Guile. Because I don't think it's Evroin.
Yeah.
Miles Ronaldus.
Miles Morales.
Okay.
Warrenus Gobert. Audrey Christophorus. He's the suspicious one.
Mr. Suspicious.
And Uden Mace.
Wait, okay. And he was the leader.
He's the leader. Uden Mace.
So, Audrey Christophorus, the shifty one,
Yes.
Evrowin Guile, Miles Ronaldus, Warrenus Gobert,
Yes.
and Uden Mace.
Uden Mace. I believe it's actually...
You believe what?
Nothing.
Warrenus?
Yes.
I spelled it like that.
Yes.
Is that how it's spelled?
Warrenus.
Yeah. Gobert.
Warrenus Gobert.
Gogurt.
He got made fun of so bad in guard school.
Yeah.
Is he the
They all. I mean,
sketchy one?
No,
Christophorus.
that's Audrey Christopherson.
Audrey
It makes sense why he'd be
Christophorus.
But
that guy.
Warrenus is just a stand-up guy.
That guy.
It's Mr. Gobert, please.
It doesn't get better. It's barely better. It's either Warrenus, or Mr. Gobert.
Say Gogurt? No.
No. So you're naming all those guards, like crediting them with checking a quick B&E,
Yeah.
and then
Accolades to the guards who investigated, those being Evro and Guile, Chris Christopherson.
Are we blaming or pointing fingers at Lark?
Huh?
Are we going to point a finger at Lark for this is his place?
I said reports of the land being owned by Lark. I don't know how much we want to put him on the hot seat. Because it's like,
Yeah.
he can run, he's unknown.
And also, with all of the military equipment being underneath his establishment,
Yeah.
and he's like second in command,
It would make sense why it's there.
it might be
Kind of.
like, besides that it's in time of war and like everything should be with like the guard for like preparing for war, if anyone had it, it would make sense. But still, it's shifty. I don't know.
I think
I don't know
Just
how
the
much we
burn-
want to
the burn
leave.
person in it. That would
How much do we want to leave inferences to the people?
I think
body found.
the bare minimum, I think we should include reports of the land being owned by Lark. I don't know if we should include any more pointing to Lark, because I want to make him just scared enough to not move, but not so scared that he runs.
Yeah.
Clonus does bring up a good point. There is a burned body in the basement.
I don't know how riled up we want to get the people. This is my first time inciting rebellion. Talk of a corpse. Rumors of a corpse being
I mean, you
found.
could put the stash of military supplies and body found.
Do we want to say
together.
body is found? Because then people might go, that body came from somewhere.
and maybe it would bring up some like lost.
Well, the body
And-
might be Gertrude.
It's not Gertrude's.
Definitely not Gertrude's.
Shut up, jalapeno.
Should have jalapeno.
Well, the
Also,
body might be. I don't
Where
know.
the heck is jalapeno?
Oh yeah, who's his extravaganza?
Well, wasn't
guy?
he supposed to just go over there and then like the whole
Return.
night? Oh, was he supposed to return?
was.
Okay.
Perhaps he'll come later.
I never came back.
Wait, where is he? He just cut to jalapeno in an alleyway. I never come back.
No, it's like he's narrating a story, and it cuts to Jalapeno, and he's like, "And I never went back."
Right beside a fireplace in a nice velvet chair.
This is where the campaign ends, actually. So we cut to Jalapeno telling a story to his grandchildren in 60 years.
Oh my god.
Then, my friends, I never went back.
Papa Jalapeno, tell us more, tell us more.
No, the story is over.
Will you tell us another story?
Sure.
As you wish.
As you wish. So, after I didn't go back.
So rumors of a corpse.
So, real quick, I want to have this information as well.
Yeah.
Facts included in the piece.
Do we want to omit stuff?
Like
Like specifically
our
to
presence? Well, I've already got that
obviously.
omitted.
Just bullet point me, though, the facts that are included in the piece. So, guards are heroes, right?
Guards are heroes.
And they're named.
And they're named.
What are the heroes for? Just finding the stash.
That's true.
Investigating a crime.
Investigating a crime and
really needs to
unearthing a
something farther.
unknown militant stash of weapons and armor under a bakery. I don't know, it's suspicious.
It doesn't necessarily make you a
I didn't say
hero,
heroes,
but-
I said heroic guards unearth.
Okay. I just wrote guards of heroes in the sense that like you are omitted. Like it's as
them.
if this was all of them.
Yes.
Okay, they are named. They were investigating a B&E.
Mm-hmm.
They found military stockpile. Are you saying that it was not only a military stockpile, but that it was stamped?
I did not.
Okay, it's just so then it's just like a bunch of weapons and armor.
If my understanding was, if I say that they're branded or stamped, that just makes it easier for them to say this was an emergency stockpile of military equipment.
Okay.
Instead, inciting the idea that maybe there's like a mercenary stockpile or bandit stockpile feels more litigious.
Okay. So the facts I have right now: guards are the ones that did it. You guys are being omitted. They are named. Investigated B&E. Found a military stockpile. What else?
Reports, so this is a half fact, because this is just a spread rumor now. Reports of it being owned by Lark. We all in accordance on that one?
Yeah, bring him up at least a little bit.
Yeah. I want his name to be in it. And then rumors of a corpse, which is a cool band name.
Rumors of a corpse.
Are you saying like burned corpse, skeletal corpse?
Unidentified corpse.
We definitely have to put unidentified, because I'm not going to make it up.
Dead body found.
Dead body, rumors of a corpse, dead body found. Do we want to say there is a dead body, or do we want it to be a rumor?
Make it a fact. Makes the
fact-
guards more
factual-
hero-ish.
Then it makes them heroes.
Make the guards the heroes. Give a little bit more spice on Larky Boy, and then, but also not enough to say it was definitely him that killed him.
Guards seen retrieving a burned corpse.
Yeah.
Okay. So guards are heroes. They are named. Investigating the B&E. Found military stockpile. Reports of Lark possibly being the owner. Factually, there was an unidentified corpse found. Anything else?
If we put too much on Lark, what could happen is his loyalty fans will side with him no matter what happens, even if the facts are pointing against him. Or we cause a giant upheaval against him, and then we have conflict within our factions that we're trying to get the whole group against.
I just want him
We don't want
a
to make a civil
little
war.
bit off guard,
Yeah,
just
we
a
don't-
little wary.
Yeah, we don't want a civil war.
And I
with
mean,
one, but
he's
other-
gonna know exactly that we're the ones that did
Oh,
this.
yes.
Maybe.
Why is that?
Like 99% sure.
I wrote it with my left hand instead of my right hand, so they can't read it.
Okay.
They can't tell.
so they can't
read it?
So no, they can't. They
It's
can't
just
tell it with
illegible.
my handwriting.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Well, you guys haven't even taken it to the Gazette people yet. You don't know what they want to do with
How
it.
will Lark know it's
Wait,
us?
are you making like
scarf.
50 of these to like hand out or something? Or are you, I thought you were just doing the writing part, like putting it together as a story.
I was.
and then you're
I was taking. My thought is that I'm helping take his facts.
He's the brains.
He's the brains, and
you're
I'm
making a narrative,
And
yeah.
I'm making it a narrative. He's giving me all the bullet points like you're getting right now.
So instead of
and then
like-
he gives me a little bit insight. Everyone gives insight, and then I write
you're-
a beautiful,
Yeah.
factorial essay.
Eye grabbing.
cited, and
So I'll have you make a roll for that in a minute.
And
But
then
I
we're
wanna get all
giving
the
that
facts
to the
first.
criers.
City guards cancelled in bakery, heist.
Are there any other facts that need to make their way into it?
Should we include anything about the extent of the magic staircase or chandelier? I don't. It doesn't seem important, but
Yeah.
that's extra facts that we don't need to have.
You could say it was hidden magically, but then it's getting a lot of.
then it's like first person accounting.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of.
Everything so far could be like someone that heard the guards talking or watched them go in.
That's something. That's something.
But if I
would
say
be
something
added.
about being inside, then the whistleblower could look like one of the guards, which we don't
Yeah.
want.
And who are we gonna have take this to the Gazette guys?
We need someone.
I'm just
We
gonna
could send
go.
it by Raven.
True. You do have a raven.
That's
always
actually-
by you though, but that is a good idea.
I mean, it's not like anyone who knows the Raven is affiliated with myself or us would already know, so it's not like it'll
Truth.
point us out.
That's very true.
The only thing is, he's susceptible to dying. So
Very true.
if we're under watch right now and he goes out and immediately gets burned alive,
All right. So any other facts? I've just got those 5. I just want to make sure that I have them written down as well in case it comes back up later.
I can't think of anything else that's worth including.
Yeah, everything else is really specific.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should we lie about anything? That usually doesn't go our way.
I don't like.
No, we're really bad at lying.
Clonus does not like to lie when in the written form. Clonus has a very strict policy about that, so he actually declines
No libel, no slander.
any liable lying while in written form.
Yeah.
I respect that.
That's libel, right?
Liable?
Libel, yeah. Slander is the spoken word.
Yeah.
So, to throw them off our trail, we could ask them to file any missing persons reports for the unidentified body.
It's a good idea.
Or like ask the public to come forward if they've had people missing that they haven't yet. Oh, that's smart.
Please report any missing persons.
Good idea. Yeah.
Do you want that included?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Good job, Lumen.
So please see the King's Guard about the identity of the missing person or the corpse. All right. So Byron, go ahead and just roll a. We'll just make it an intelligence. Well,
Not charisma.
What is this for?
Writing.
no, we'll make it
Do you want to...
a charisma check. But I'm going to just give you. You can add your proficiency bonus as well to it. What?
Because I could either guidance or I could use my thing, maybe my channel divinity.
You can make him
Channel
really good at
divinity.
writing.
Yeah.
And then you
Can
can
I
help him.
I'm actually giving you proficiency on that already.
Okay.
So guidance would be what you're looking for, I think.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Guidance is a D4.
Yep. And so you're adding your proficiency and your charisma.
Just make my wings glitter.
Was that bad?
Does he not get advantage?
I'll say since it's a whole group effort, sure, that's fine.
Yes.
You just have to roll better than whatever that was. Which could be easy. Oh. Yes?
All right, what's the total?
25.
Wow, pretty good.
Dang.
All right, so a 25 on
idea
that
what it
story.
was.
What was the first one?
Not a 25.
5. No.
9.
Not much better than that.
And he rolled...
Story.
He got a 4 on the guidance, too.
I rolled a 2 and I rolled an 18.
Very good.
So you don't have to do math out there.
Tomorrow we'll work on colors.
Well, all right, so you guys were doing this before sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys spend the better part of, like 45 minutes or so getting this figured out, what facts you want in there, brainstorming a little bit, and then Clonus does a great job writing out this draft of a hit journalistic piece. I'm assuming that you're doing like one copy of it, right? Because you're going to go take it to the Gazette guys and see if they can spread it, or are you guys looking to like make a bunch of copies yourself? Because that'll take hours.
At least make 2.
Okay.
If he's in charge of the word,
Give one
With another
to them
15
and
minutes,
then
so making it a whole hour, you make another copy of it, so you have 2. Are you guys sleeping now? Because nobody's gotten a long rest yet. I want to make sure you guys know that.
Long rest.
Oh, long till sunrise.
Till sunrise, probably 6 hours.
Oh, okay, so we should have tried
It'll
to
just
get
be a
to
little
them.
after sunrise when you wake up from your long rest, if you long rest.
I would love to take a nap.
Yeah.
I can take a short rest and then try to. One of us should probably take a short rest so we can get it.
I can
done
take a short
before
rest.
Sunrise. Because I think right at sunrise is kind of when things start happening.
I will take a short rest.
You're sending Bird.
Um,
At least we have 2 copies, and you can see through his eyes. And if something happens, we'll.
we'll both go. I'll go one way, the bird goes the other.
What?
2 copies.
You're going to different places?
Same place.
Oh, I see. In case one of you doesn't make it or something.
In case I die, my bird lives on.
Okay. I think I understand.
It actually won't.
Yeah, the bird dies if
You
you
should
die.
stay in the hotel and watch.
Yeah, if you just
and
watch-
If anything happens, you're like, okay.
Okay, but they're gonna need to understand what the bird is giving them.
The only thing about the bird is not very trustworthy. Birds with envelopes.
Yeah.
Not a great track record.
What are you talking about? This guy might be finally thinking it's his Hogwarts acceptance letter.
That's not an owl. Oh, it's a whistleblower.
A whistleblower.
Okay. That's what ravens do, I guess. Owls are Hogwarts and ravens are whistleblowers.
Can you speak through you?
Raven.
It's too far from me to speak through.
It's in 2 notes. This is what this is. Here you go.
Yes.
Can you do disguise self and like be a different person
Yeah.
going there?
I'll just be the one that takes short rest if you don't want to send the bird.
Should you go now? Like, you go now, you slip it under the door. We wake up just an hour after sunrise. We go then, and if there's nothing, we give them the second lure.
If
Yeah.
you're sending one tonight, can't everyone take a full rest?
Yeah, that would be the plan.
Sure.
You go now, slip it under a door.
Watch over her with your raven.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So what are you doing?
Yes.
So you're disguising self, Venora?
Is this like a place? Like, is
This
there
is a
a place
tavern.
to
He said it was
slip under a door?
It was like an alleyway, I think it was described, and there was like a certain type of lamp over it.
like a hole in the wall type of.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a hole in the wall. But I mean, it's like part of a building.
I didn't
It's
know
their
it was like town square
headquarters.
type. Like,
It's not, well, because this is like, you don't want to, there's not going to be a town crier just hanging out in the town square right now for you to go like, hey, go
No,
yell
yeah.
about
Yeah.
this. You need to go wherever those guys get their information to go out. And that was what the guard described to you. And so it was like a certain area of town, and there was an alleyway, and that, you know, he gave directions to. And when you see it, you go and you'll just talk to the guy that owns the place and ask him if he'll print this story, basically.
oh, do you want to wake him up or just slip it under the door?
Ooh, wake him up.
And you might want to wear something less, like, colorful.
Think it's going to give me away?
Yeah.
Yes. I have common clothes.
Okay.
Okay, then. Okay, I do it. I have one spell slot left.
Nice. Before you leave.
But you'll get a long rest after this.
Yes.
Yeah. She makes it.
If she wants.
How far is the location from here?
35 minutes.
I think it was like 35 minutes
35 minutes?
That's what I wrote down.
from the inn.
All right.
All right, what's the plan?
Okay, I go in the next room and I change into my common clothes and just
Okay.
brown cloak. I cast. How long does disguise self last?
It's for 1 hour.
And it takes 30 minutes to get there.
Maybe like
That'll be fine. No, I don't want people to know who I'm the one leaving here. So I need to be. I'd rather them witness me come back in than leave.
Okay.
So
And you're going to be in different clothes even then?
yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Changing. Disguise self. I make my skin a dark green. My tusks just a little bit longer and a little bit wider.
Oh, you're sticking. You're sticking half orc.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier to if I get seen and somebody tries to touch me. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
the same
true, that's
thing.
true.
And then ears just a little bit shorter, a little bit wider. So
Okay.
eyes tall and pointy, and really brown, muddy looking hair, and brown eyes.
Okay.
And a male.
You should shrink your nose.
No, I'm just kidding.
And a man.
Shrink my nose. My nose is a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Actual nose.
And like a different hair color.
Yeah, brown. Dark, muddy brown.
All right.
Muddy brown.
So you take one of the two copies, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then you leave the inn. Okay. Doing your best to follow the directions, go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. Are you taking puke with you?
Soap to follow.
Yeah. So this
Is soap following on her shoulder, or following above?
Following above.
Okay, do you want soap to be stealthy?
Yes.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Yes, I can do
Are
that.
you trying to do this stealthily? Or are you trying to just get there as quick as possible?
I will go. Can I go halfway quick, halfway stealth?
Come on.
That'll just be normal pace, but like you're not going to roll a stealth check.
What?
Like,
Go fast.
Like
so
if she
there's
was.
three
First 15
paces.
minutes.
No, but like
Oh,
half
you
of
mean
the
half the duration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the first half the stealth?
No.
Okay, sure, that's fine.
So first normal,
Okay.
second stealth.
All right, so first go ahead and roll the directions, and then I'll have you roll a stealth check for like getting there, if you get there.
And I'm waiting beside Edelgard.
Okay.
Waiting for him to like say something and then just run out.
This
with
is just an
weapons and
intelligence
stuff.
check.
Just straight intelligence. 19.
Okay, pretty good. So, using the directions given to you guys from that guard, what was that stealth check for soap?
11.
Okay.
It's a good thing he's a blackbird in the sky.
Yeah, in the nighttime. And also, it's just a bird. you know?
Unfortunately, he's hovering a little too close because Edvard's trying to see through and he's tired, so he's like,
Does soap have stitches?
stitches.
Not that I'm aware of.
Because he's be snitching.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check, Lexi.
That's great.
Go ahead and roll a d4 damage fire.
Yep.
20. Yes.
She literally goes invisible.
Everybody harmonate.
Okay. Everybody hermeneutics.
Harmonize.
It's like ruminate.
Yeah. Everybody ruminate on that. Okay, so as best as possible, you make your way through the city quickly. And when you're fairly certain that you're close, you kind of take some of the back alleys to effectively get in the same direction. You're coming across occasionally some Kingsguard who, when you weren't stealthing, like just kind of pay you mind and just nod and keep going. But you pretty effectively stay. I'll roll once for all of them. How about that? You pretty effectively stay out of any of their sight until finally reaching this point where across the road from you see another little alleyway. A little ways down there, you see the little lantern over it, just the way it was described. And this little kind of doorway that looks like it could fit comfortably a dwarf or a short human. You know, not any race really taller than that. Everybody else is going to have to hunch down. You see that little lantern over it and this small little painted sign over it that says the Triune Gazette.
Okay. And then I can make it across the street. Pretty good?
Yeah, you just quickly dash across the street. You're just in front of the door now. Are you planning on slipping under the door, or you're trying to introduce yourself and get the situation figured out?
I'm going to... wait a second. Just see if I hear anything. And then if it's the coast is clear, I just rock on the door just real quick.
Make a perception check.
16.
Okay. Putting your ear up to the door a little bit. Kind of first you like look back and forth. You don't hear anything or see anything in the alleyway, and you just listen through the door for just a moment. You hear that. You hear this like distinct. It's a sound of something like hitting a desk or a table, and then like an exasperated.
Is this before I knock or after?
Before you what?
Is that before I knock?
You have yet to knock.
Okay.
And then you hear like some mumbling and murmuring, like nothing really clear what they're saying.
Your group of laughter.
And then you hear very quick, like the sound of a quill or charcoal pencil, like scratching on paper. Very, very quickly.
Does it sound like there's more than one person, or just the?
It just sounds like
Okay.
the one instance of that. That wasn't going on while you heard the knee hitting the chair or whatever.
Wait, and then I.
Okay, quick rapid tap. You hear like creaking, some shuffling towards the door, but that scratching is still going. And then there's a little like a little slide on the door. Like you hear something unlock, and the little wood panel slides forward or slides to the side, and you see two white eyes like looking right out towards you. Bright green irises, just kind of like a little bit piercing in the night as they look at you. What?
Lean down from the door because it's 6 foot.
Yeah.
I have a story for you. I just slip it through the slide.
He you watch him back up and then put his hand in front of it. This isn't how this works.
Do you want it or not?
You want to come inside and talk about it? You're just going to give me a story for free? You'd have to pay for these sorts of things.
No. I think people need to know about this.
It's weird. Suspicious.
So you want to pay me?
Nobody does this to Terry News.
Terry News? Should I take it to them then?
No, that's my name. Okay. He moves his hand aside, and then are you still pushing it forward?
I just would hold it there if he wants to take it.
He grabs the other side of it, pulls it through. Wait there while I read it.
I vanish. No, I don't.
This is suspicious. Nobody else
Your
does
face
this.
begins to shift.
Vengeance is mine.
Do you want to be sourced on this? Who wrote this?
The people.
The people.
Concerned citizens.
I mean, I can any of this information even be trusted? Like, anybody could write anything and just bring it to me.
You could ask the names on there.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on, Crystal Batman. Persuasion.
Is that a good or a bad?
3.
23.
It was a good one.
That was a good 3. 38.
What are you hoping to get out of this?
The truth.
I mean, do you want this printed now? Do you
Yes,
want this?
morning.
Okay. Oh, morning. Going out with the criers in the morning?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Please don't be like Batman.
Please, if you don't mind.
What are you doing this for?
Justice. And Rachel. It's what the people deserve.
He looks through the hole and all he sees is these just pursed lips like...
You can back away from them.
Smell your breath.
You're just breathing into his eyes.
You're raising the temperature.
Look through the side like, where is she?
So, you just want me to print this, have the criers take it all throughout the city, this coming morning. You want no payment. You want no recognition.
Exactly.
And you tell me it's true.
100%.
All right, good enough for me. He folds it up. All right, I'll take the free story, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, he shuts the thing quickly.
We could have gotten paid for this.
I want to listen and see what they're saying.
Okay.
Obviously not standing still for the door, so he opens it, I'm still right there.
Make another perception check.
All you see is his footsteps.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
My
You
excellent.
listen for a little while. You kind of hear him mumbling to himself as he walks away, I don't even know anymore. Just because they said it's true. I mean, very persuasive, but
Very persuasive.
it's quite the story. And then he gets a little too far away to hear what he's saying. But you still hear that scratching of a quill against paper for quite some time. Yeah, but that was there before.
Yeah. Okay. I look for bird, give him a thumbs up, and run.
Okay.
Or
so
no, stealth.
Edvard,
I stealth.
Edvard, you watched this go on, and then she gives you a thumbs up. And then
The bird does this,
Vanishes.
okay.
and I get attacked on the way home.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't get attacked on the way back.
It was a Batman reference, not an actual thing. When she turns to look at the...
Oh, when she turns,
got it.
yeah, and then he's gone.
Okay, go ahead.
Stealth.
Yep.
For the bird as well.
Sure.
Used up all my luck. 11.
It's one better.
So 10 for the bird? Or 12 for the bird?
12.
11.
I have advantage on still, too.
Skulking throughout the town as quietly as possible. After about 5 or so minutes, you look to the left, look to the right. The road seems clear. You run up the road real quick, turn a corner, and bump right into a guard that's standing right there. He turns around. Hello.
So sorry.
Out a little late, aren't you? Mm-hmm. In a hurry?
Kind of scared of the dark.
Where are you going?
What inn am I going to?
What?
What inn am I going to?
I don't remember.
The inn on the down the road to the right.
The inn on the down the road to the right.
You should have someone with you.
What's your parents' name?
Mom, bird.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on, Lexi.
Use up all of my luck. Oh, yes. 23.
Be careful. There's been some criminal activity tonight.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
As she goes away, she just anamorphs back into...
Yeah, I mean, eventually you are going to turn back into yourself and then walk back into the inn, walk back upstairs, back to your friends. Everything is fine.
Are you alive? Are you safe? Where's
died.
Where's
I died, but I lived. What? Everything was good. He was really confused. Took a little bit of persuading. He thought it was all a lie because I wasn't asking him to pay. In retrospect, I probably should have.
You didn't ask him to pay?
No. What was I supposed to?
It's for, I don't know, it's money. Yeah.
Never mind. I already said I didn't need it, and then he said, usually you pay. I thought it was too late to go back. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Like, it would have been kind of funny if you're like, no. He's like, but usually, all right, yeah.
I'll take a gold piece.
Actually,
Well, we usually pay
5.
100 gold, 10 gold. 10 gold.
How much do you want? 100 platinum.
Copper.
Good story.
Copper.
Copper.
We'll start the bidding.
But he said it should be out in the morning, so we should probably sleep
Pretty good.
quick.
High five? Now get out of my room.
Okay.
I want to roll an investigation check on the ring,
Okay.
if I may.
What are you looking for?
Everything. Specifically, how burned it is,
Okay.
if at all. Because it was shiny enough to catch, 11.
11?
Yes.
You like that number?
Apparently.
Looking over the ring, inspecting it, there's a fair amount of like soot and stuff on it. But when you put something in the flame itself, it gets on there really hard. It's like hard for it to rub off. Most of it is kind of on the inside of it, and it mostly rubs off. Yeah, that's all you get. There's like, it's dirty,
Yeah.
but with an 11.
Yes. Very nice. I cry, and I go to bed.
I'm just sitting there, rolled over in my bed, awake, while I just hear sobbing from Edifar, and I'm like,
You're basically waterboarding yourself.
with all the bandages.
my tears are such volume.
No, he just has to horizontal cry.
I'm saying because it would like soak the
Yeah,
cloth.
I rear my head back in sadness and drown in my tears, literally.
Okay. So that next morning, the sun rises sooner than most of you would like. You have to sleep a little bit longer, but you all get the benefits of a long rest.
And we level up.
Nope.
We level up 2 times.
No level up, unfortunately, for getting your butts kicked.
What? But we tried our hardest.
There's a participation level up.
We uncovered a bad
We
thing.
wouldn't have had our butts kicked if we were leveled up.
True.
Maybe true.
So, help us out.
Maybe true.
So when I wake up, what time is it?
Like 7:45 in the morning.
Is that what time is it like a newspaper that went out? Like, what is that?
So you don't know because you didn't talk to them. You just gave him the story. He just specified, so you guys want it like all over the place? Yeah.
Said crimes.
He did mention criers. That's the only thing he actually mentioned.
What's a crier? Is that
So a
like
town crier is like, later this afternoon there'll be games. People say Prince Reginald's in town. You know the guys that like walk
They'll
around.
and they'll like stand on a platform,
Yeah.
like in the corner of the like.
Disease, plague, bubonic.
Oh.
They're the news anchors of the day,
Yeah.
but they only know
Prince
like
Harold is
5
having an
lines,
affair.
and that's all they say all day.
Yeah, they just stand there and yell.
Yeah.
So usually be like a kid or a really poor person. They're given like,
Their voice would be gone
Yeah.
in the day.
they just stand there most of the day and they yell whatever the news is.
That's why they don't get paid very much.
Because how long have we been here in this town? Fair amount of
I
time.
think like 4 days or something like that. It was like a day or two
this
before
is-
the games.
this
It was
is
like
day
the games.
4.
You're right. You were only here for on one day, and then the next day games, next day games, and this is day 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And tonight you have the dinner that you earned from winning the chariot race and for Ghibli winning his duel with High Commander Trake. You just need to figure out what time and where.
Are we entitled to 2 dinners? Because double win.
It was going to be a celebration dinner that was given to the winner of the duel as well as the winners of the chariot race. And you guys won both of those things.
Are we within our rights to demand 2 dinners?
How about you go
If
find out?
anything, we would get like a +1 or something.
Very nice.
So basically, I'm trying to figure out when to cast this.
Okay. Yeah, you're asking us about a specific course of action that takes place in the next 30 minutes, and you want to know if it's going to go good and bad, or nothing, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Can I help?
I'll go to you first, to your room.
Mr. Krabs?
Gross.
Edward, me boy. Edward, me boy.
Edward, you awake?
What?
Edward.
What was that? Edward, you awake?
Edward.
Morning voice.
For some people, their voice is deeper in the morning. For
how it is in the
it's
Fae.
really white.
Sorry,
really
that was
white.
Very embarrassing.
Good morning. What do you need?
You're awake?
Yes, we're speaking.
I was gonna do a ritual spell.
Oh, yes.
Out of your room.
I can help with that, yeah. Come in to my room.
Sup, Loom?
You're awake too?
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, it's morning.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
The sun is just barely peeking in the window, and outside you can hear the muffled crows of some roosters in the distance, and then you just hear the muffled cries.
Peek my head out my window.
Is that our story?
Gather round. News tells. Breaking and entering in the middle of the night. Bodies found.
Uh-oh.
And the King's Guard. Our heroes. And then it continues. All the facts seem legitimate, but for whatever reason the guy said bodies.
Perfect.
All right.
Wait. Did I misspell something?
Give me the original. Give me the original.
You realized you accidentally put a period and you tried to scribble it out and it made it look like an S. So after the word body, it looked like you put an S there, so they were bodies. No.
I've never made this much of a mistake before in my life.
No, that doesn't happen.
You lied through writing.
Existential crisis.
His god appears before him. You misspelled on a piece of paper.
Please forgive me.
Write it 100 times on a chalkboard. What do you need?
This is the first time I'd be casting this.
Yes, I'm pretty proficient with I have a certain knack for knowing which way to go when I'm lost, so I might be able to help you with a little bit of divining.
Okay. It's kind of pertaining. What's her name again?
Gertrude?
Gertrude. Terrible with names. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. You just met her.
You known her for a long time.
Sure.
I was hoping to ask something along the lines of, if any information of missing persons reports that would pertain to us. Obviously, bad would be Gertrude. Good would be a bum.
That's an interesting moral way of looking at it. Somebody did die, which is awful.
Bum could have been suffering. It'd be graceful. I don't know.
Oof. How about you cast a spell, and if I notice
It could have been
anything...
suffering diseases.
Yeah, suffering's just good.
Not everyone has magic to heal.
Yes,
There's only one Cephas.
there is, as far as we know.
I'm right here then.
You're hearing
Looming in the doorway.
He is very good at
There's only one of me then.
Dun. How about you go about casting this spell, and if I notice any pointers in terms of the arcane, I'll assist you.
Okay.
While this is going on,
Yeah.
Cephas or Clotus actually does hear them say like peoples and does panic slightly.
Okay.
That he did misspell something. And goes and tries to find the original copy. I think who has it?
I'm holding it.
Edward. Okay, then we'll run over to you. Yeah. Can I see the copy that I wrote last night, please?
What do you need?
Please?
Sure.
Thank you. And I grab it, and I want to look at it. Did I actually scribble out a period? Okay.
No, that was a joke.
That was, okay.
But you check your work.
I do want to check my work.
Yeah, and you check, and it's as perfect as you remember it to bet.
Okay, cool.
For some reason, either this crier is making a mistake and the other ones are not, or when they reprinted the story for all the criers, they made a mistake and got one of the facts wrong.
Okay. I'm going to take this paper, and I'll be like, thank you. I'm going to go pray real quick and just run.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Guidance! I slap him on the back as he runs out the room.
Thank you.
Okay, so are you going to try casting augury?
I will just wait till the nighttime because I just realized. Sorry, I just realized if you cast it more than multiple times a day, there's a cumulative 25% chance that you'll get a random reading.
Oh, I had a cookies notification on my computer covering that part up.
Yeah. So,
Dang, we could have done it.
I'll just wait for nighttime right before we go to.
Okay. But you guys have to figure out when that is and where that is still.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Now we know how it works.
I relay that to Edward and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay. Definitely you should cast it before we eat dinner with him. What I would do, if I were you, your magic works significantly different than mine. And I don't understand a lot about it, but I would plan a few questions and then ask specifically about them, and maybe you could glean some insight once you get an answer to those questions, whether or not the answer was true or false.
Are you talking about his augury?
Yeah.
That's not how augury works.
No, I know. I'm saying, well, like within the bounds of the spell, my course of action is I'm going to ask these 3 questions. No?
You're thinking of contact other plane. This is not ask 3 questions.
No, I'm not thinking of contact. His course of action that he chooses to do in the next 3 minutes.
Tonight I'm going to ask these.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Before we eat dinner, I'm going to ask these 3 questions. A bad outcome would be I get a lie. And so then once you ask the questions and get an answer, if what you read from the augury was bad, then you might know those answers are lies.
Oh, I see.
I think that's within the bounds.
Yeah,
of the
no,
spell.
that is. Okay. He just has to tell me what those questions are. So
Yeah.
Omen can...
Contact other planes way... Yeah. But that way, maybe you can glean some, knowledge.
That's clever. To say, if when I ask this question, what will the result be, good, bad, or neutral, and then later ask that question.
You say,
answer.
I'm going to ask him if he killed a duck. And you get a bad reading. So you ask him if he killed a duck, and he says no. He might have killed a duck.
Yeah. That's clever. That's a use of augury I never would have thought about.
I'm kind of a genius.
And I had one other idea. I was thinking...
But you have to ask the question in 30 minutes.
Yes, you'd have to cast it immediately
you have to
before
cast the spell
dinner.
and then take that course of action within 30
Rush in there and be like, I have a question!
I have 3 questions.
You just answer the question now. Everybody keeps cutting you off. You're like,
But my idea was maybe use the ring in the spell.
yes. I would prefer it if you didn't.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
I don't mean to be prickly, but...
Prickly.
I just kind of need to have it right now, if that's all right.
No, that's all good. That's why I came to you.
Well, I appreciate you coming to me.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go listen to some news.
Do you,
Guidance.
Let's go listen to the newsboys.
Mike, do you have the component for this spell? Especially marked sticks, bones, or similar tokens worth at least 25 gold?
I was going to use my divine clay.
And by the way, Lemon, I haven't used these in quite a bit, so perhaps you could use these for the ritual. It's a set of bone dice, and it meets the parameters of the spell.
There you go.
Just had that laying around.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. You guys go out. I'm assuming each of you eat some quick breakfast. You go outside in front of the inn, where you see just across the street in front of this small little marketplace tent bazaar. It's like 3 or 4 tents. Standing out in front of it on top of a little box, you see this kid, kind of dirt smudged all across his face, disheveled hair, broken nose, missing a couple teeth. He's standing up there on top of this box. Hear ye, anybody that will listen. Heroes, some of our Kingsguard, last night stumbled across a broken window and noises about. Investigating the scene, they find a military stockpile beneath the Hermit Thrush, which some say may be owned by our own First Lieutenant Ransom Larch. Reports are coming in now, and we will keep you updated as we can, but supposedly an unidentified corpse was found. If you know any information about this corpse, or anybody that's been missing in recent weeks, please go to your King's Guard. And then he just talks about, it might rain tomorrow.
Is he naming off any of the guards?
He does. The guards, heroes. Their names will be remembered in the halls for years to come. Audrey Christophorus, Everwing Guile, Miles Ronaldus, War Anus Gobert, and Udine Mace.
Udine Mace. Warrenus Gobert. Gobbert.
Yeah, he said Gobert.
Linus Gobbert. Sounds like a goblin.
He's the first person to get my name right.
He's the first person to get my name right.
Little Warrenus.
Little War Anus.
Nobody ever pronounced it correctly.
And then he continues on. It should rain tomorrow. Crop yieldings will be good in Tradeacre.
Callback, nice.
Wasn't, a callback.
We know that city.
But we know that.
We've been there.
Yeah, so every other person standing there listening is like, callback, I've been there.
Yeah. Thanks. Rugby!
Okay. Do you guys stand and listen for more news? You want to leave?
I'll listen for a bit.
Can I change the channel?
Yeah. Throw a rock at him. Yeah. A shorter kid steps up now. And says the same things.
That's crazy. It's on all the channels. Dude, we did it.
It's on every channel. No, but he does continue.
Did you say bodies or body?
This guy said bodies. This is the one that was talking before.
Can I go check
Clonus
news
is just
boards?
fuming.
Can I go check news boards? Are there...
Sure.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, and you're continuing to listen if he says anything else.
Yeah.
He talks for a little bit about weather, how the weather patterns have been strange lately, how we're finally expecting some rain tomorrow, which is good because they haven't had rain in a while. And then he says something about a sale going on at Halitosis Henry's. And then that's a callback.
Yeah.
And then after a little while of him just taking some breaths and drinking some water, people kind of sit there. He Taproasia on our doorsteps. War imminent. An attack could be any day now.
How does the crowd react to this? Old hat or...
Make a perception check.
Old hat.
Can my bird help me?
No.
Is the kid wearing a
You're
hat?
reading people.
Yeah,
Make an
but-
insight check.
Can my bird help me with that?
No.
He's so good at reading people, though.
What are you rolling 2 dice for?
I don't know, man.
I
I'll take
also-
the lower one.
Can I also do that?
Sure.
4.
You look around. You see one lady just kind of looking at you, and you get distracted. She's just looking right at you. She's in her mid-30s. She had a kid at her side that's kind of tugging on her skirt. Did you just stare at her?
I start walking towards her.
You what?
Start walking towards her.
You start walking towards her?
Yeah.
She looks away.
Faster.
Yeah, she was only 5 feet away.
Grab her arm.
Okay. Oh. Unhand me. What?
A coin, please.
I'll make a deception check.
Okay, I did a
She recognizes you from the fight, and now you're just
14.
Okay.
2.
2?
Yeah.
She, get off of me! And she pushes you away. Okay. With a 14, you look around. It does seem as though people are kind of locked in on this kid, and a couple more people from the crowd, or from the streets, kind of perk up when they hear this and come to the crowd, and people are nervous. There's some people kind of grabbing their necks and.
Are these I'm gonna use high class, middle class, low class?
You guys are
people?
in middle class area.
So these are mostly middle class people. Are they low amount of soldiers? I'm guessing, but we have blacksmiths and that's who are the blacksmiths looking like they already know this information, or are they looking
There's one guy in the crowd that you think looks like he is some sort of blacksmith or something like that.
I'm just trying to think of if the what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to see if the guilds or the worker class is like, we already knew this was coming. Or if it was...
It seems as though, from your best guess by looking at people, people's general consensus seems to be kind of like fear, but also not surprise. Like it is it's expected. You know, it's been a couple of years now, but what he's saying, and as he continues, is scouting parties, rumors of scouting parties are saying that large formulations of troops are being found in the canyons north. Lock your homes.
Can I do
and be careful.
Can I do insight to see if the kid believes what he's saying, or if he's just like his boss is like, you gotta rile him up?
Well, whether he believes it or not, the second part's probably true. But
yeah, but like the scouts finding things, if he like feels like he knows that this isn't true, like they're guys. Oh, shoot me! So bad. 10.
I mean, you're not certain. It seems as though he believes what he's saying.
Okay.
But he doesn't seem... You don't see, like, he's not crying. He's not saying it through tears.
No. All right.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I was reading the boards.
Oh, shoot. Going around, it takes you a little while to find one, but you do, like, a couple blocks away, find, like, a little bulletin board where, tacked to it, you see... like a very quick, poor handwriting and bullet point kind of style version of your guys' story.
If I keep walking, do I hear another crier anywhere? I don't know if there's usually...
It'll take you a little while.
I'll go back.
Okay.
Okay, guys. What's the plan for the day? We need to go figure out where the dinner is, yeah?
Yeah.
Anything else we need to prepare for the dinner? Is this a formal event? I might need a new dress.
Ooh, Titus was shopping for nice clothes and takes Ghibli with him because he knows what to look for.
Okay.
Oh, I want to go with Gilly too. We should figure out if it's a formal event first. I assume it's a formal event, but where are we supposed to go?
I would like to go by Halitus Henry's. If we do need to dress up, I need something more accommodating.
Yes.
And he might have something, I don't know.
Where are the arena people?
The arena people?
Yeah.
Probably still near the Coliseum.
Could be.
Yeah, we can go see if they would know
The
about
announcer
the dinner.
would know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go by there first.
You guys head there?
Yeah.
All right. Walking through town, the streets are fairly busy. It seems as though the areas of town that were most busy during those games and everything that was going on the last couple days, it was all kind of centered around that center part of town where the Coliseum is and that general area. But now the busyness of the streets is kind of redistributed now again throughout the rest of the town. You see people going to and from various different shops or from their houses to their places of business. And so in a different way, the streets aren't as crowded as they were in some areas, but now it's just kind of, it feels busier all the way throughout. And you finally reach the Coliseum area where you see there's still quite a bit from yesterday's events that's still being torn down. There's training area kind of stuff that they're cleaning up, and you see some of the performers that were like on street corners, like they were just little jugglers on things and like people doing stuff just to kind of make some money while people are all gathered in one area, essentially. And that tent bazaar that was set up, people are taking stuff down. But standing there for a little bit, kind of watching, you do eventually see that guy that had like the top hat and the trailing coat kind of walk around, and he's kind of just giving some orders. He doesn't have the hat or the coat anymore. He's just wearing like kind of a puffy white shirt and these like very comfortable looking pants, like stuff he could work in. And you see he's like loading up stuff into carts, and they're like sending people on their way. But he notices you guys as you're walking through, because you're a fairly large group and you're fairly recognizable. And he walks up to you and, well, you know, you're just a couple months too early to come win all of our games again, but what can I do for you?
Thought we would sign up early.
Well, I'll put your names down.
We were wondering if you can give us information on the dinner.
Dinner. Oh, right. Because little guy won the duel, right? And then the rest of you guys won, or a couple of you guys won the chariot race, right?
Yeah.
Righty-ho, yes. those that win, I guess it's not typically expected that they're from the same group. It's just a little thing, I think it's mostly for political, But High Commander Trake likes to reward you for your efforts and for bringing business to the town and also for giving everybody a good show. And so he has his servants cook a very nice meal, and it will be in his private home, I imagine tonight, or I'm not sure exactly what time, but I think in previous years it's been just about around sundown or something like that. I've never gone.
Do you know who we could ask for more, specific information?
And he kind of looks around. I think First Lieutenant Larch's right over there.
Jerry is beaming. We'll start with him then.
And you guys kind of look over and you see a small group of 6 or 7 guards walking in this direction. Some of them facilitating. Just for the most part, you notice this is still a large group of civilians, and they are working on a project. Mm-hmm. And so the powers that be would have a guard presence, and it seems as though that guard presence is Lark and 6 or what looks like 7 other guards, kind of just making sure that things get done within reasonable order, nothing gets crazy. And so occasionally a guard steps away and helps some people lift a cart that got tipped over, and a couple others are whipping 2 guys into shape that are just drunk and walking around spilling stuff, because some of these are kind of carnies, but some of them are also just so there's just a general guard presence. But you see when he points him out, Lark is standing. There's a building that's next to the Coliseum that is kind of its offices and stuff like that, because there's other games that happen here throughout the season. They do their own small events, but this big event is seasonal. You see he's standing at the top of these steps, just kind of arms crossed, leaning against the wall, just kind of overlooking this whole courtyard, and he's just kind of watching as all of his guards kind of do their work. But yeah, my understanding is that he's always there, so I'm sure he knows when and where.
Awesome. Thank you for information.
You're welcome. No, that's the wrong wheel. Don't touch it. He walks off.
Are we all going up there, or just one of us up there?
My intention, Titus is going to buy clothes because he's excited for this dinner tonight. Technically, Titus doesn't go to this dinner.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Who is allowed to go to this dinner?
Well, that's one thing that I wanted to find out.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, it's Ghibli, Edivard, and Holik.
You guys should go talk to Lark and see if we're invited. It might just be you 3.
As far as I know, those are the only 3 going.
Yeah.
Titus is going to be disappointed later. But he will have a nice set of clothes for a future event.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely going shopping with you.
Yeah, I'd like to get something. I just have common clothes in my armor.
But you and Edivard and Ghibli should go talk to him real quick and see what the...
I want to bring you along, at least. Someone with charisma.
Do you need a talker? You're just asking what time the dinner is.
I just
Ghibli's a giant.
don't want to get caught out needing a persuasion.
Okay, I can go ask him. Am I invited to the party?
Okay. I'll just go and speak. I'll do it because I was part of the group and I don't have a -2 that guy over there.
You guys can both go as...
Are you talking about me?
Yeah,
I'm going to talk to him.
Okay,
Oh,
you two.
I was gonna go talk to him too.
Both of you, buddies.
Guess what? We both can.
Who's doing the talking? I'll guide him.
Yeah.
Or you can do the talking. I don't care.
You don't care?
You can do the talking with guidance to throw in.
All right. Let's go talk to Lark.
Yep.
Oh.
You guys know.
All right.
All right, I'm going with Edivard.
Great. That's good. We're going to talk to Lark about the dinner.
Why are you going? You're not invited.
You don't even know what's going on.
Out of nowhere, you just kind of sprung to life.
Wow, Cephas, you are full of energy now.
He's like, we're separating. I'm going with that.
I forgot I was awake then.
But he sleeps naked.
This is awkward.
That's why that woman was staring at us. She was staring at him, not you.
Yeah. He's standing right behind me.
I told you he's been very stealthy lately.
All right, so what are you doing? I'm sorry, I was a little distracted.
you
Me
talking?
and Ed
Edivard and
Guidance.
going to
walking over to Lark. Okay. So you start marching over to him, and he's just kind of leaning up, watching the courtyard. And he notices you when you're about 100 feet away or so, kind of walking up. He looks at you, realizes that you, even though he's looking directly at you, you're still walking towards him. Kind of puts his head back, leans forward,
I know.
stands up a little straighter, looks at you guys. Yes.
We have some inquiries about the dinner tonight.
Right.
My friend here, Horlick, and I, we won the chariot race.
Right.
And our compatriot, Ghibli, he won the tournament duel.
Right.
We travel with a party. Is the entire party...
That's the rest of them back there, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know anything about the dinner?
Of course.
Is the party entitled to a presence with Trake?
It'd be the 8 of you in total, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure that it's fine.
Great. Well...
So what time and where? Nobody's...
It's at the High Commander's private manor. If you head north on the main road, once you pass the barracks, you'll take a right. You'll follow that up the hill. Once you get to the top of the hill, it's 3 or 4 houses down. You should hear music coming from within it. That should probably be the one you're looking for. It's just an hour before sundown. Well done in the race, you two.
Oh, thank you.
I definitely thought that halfling was going to win.
I was worried he might. Where did, there was a car that got real rough. It had 2 mages on it. Do you know where they came from?
Those mages?
Yes. They didn't sound like...
I don't. I haven't any idea. Why?
Well, I talked with one after the fact, and I didn't catch where he was from, but he was an interesting character, to say the least.
Yeah, strange accent.
Strange.
I don't pay much attention to the games and how they're being run, but occasionally I watch some of the things.
I hope we're not taking too much of your time. You seem rather exhausted.
He kind of looks at you for a little while. Can you roll just a charisma check for me?
Dummy!
He punches you.
You have a guidance.
I do have a guidance. It's not good. Well, it canceled out the guidance. So 9.
He just kind of looks you up and down, looks at Holick.
I know I'll wear something different when we're with Trake. This is a bit unseemly.
You're not contagious, right?
I sure hope not.
No. No. Unless I want to be.
Just a burn victim?
No, it's not burn. It's scarring from Earth.
That's unfortunate.
Quite.
If you're there, no, it's best if you arrive dressed in some level of formality. And yeah, I'm a little tired. Been having to deal with interesting news this morning.
Oh, I heard the breaking.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was your establishment.
I've had a lot of people asking if it was. It's fairly exhausting.
Seems to be what the word around the town is, you know. But I understand how untrustworthy the, quite salacious newspaper can be.
It's a bit sensational.
Almost as untrustworthy as the military can be at times. Power, different kinds.
I actually quite agree with you on that. I don't really trust much of the organized military.
I think that puts you at an advantage. I respect that.
I'm gonna do an insight.
On his statement?
Yeah.
Sure.
May I as well?
Sure.
Oh. I keep forgetting I'm not actually good at this.
Minimum roll
13.
7.
Okay. How far am I from them?
Like 200 feet.
How does it look like the conversation's going?
Body language is pretty stiff, but nobody seems angry.
All right. Well,
You just looking at him, I mean, he said it without much emotion,
yeah.
but it didn't seem to be lying necessarily.
Well, I mean, that's all I have to say to you.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you tonight.
Maybe.
I hope so. I'm sure you can figure this whole breaking and entering thing out. You seem quite capable.
There's a lot of policing to do, and not enough policemen. And regardless of who may or may not own the establishment, it's rather shameful to know that in our Fort City, such debased acts of criminal activity are taking place. And it would be even more enraging and sad to know that it's taking place on a government official's owned property.
Heartbreaking.
But justice will be swift and deadly.
I believe so. I'm gonna look him in the eye and try and use aberrant presence.
What does he have to do?
Wisdom saving throw.
Well, I was going to say let me pull up his character sheet, but he rolled so bad there's no way he can succeed.
15.
I mean, he rolled so bad he'd have to have a plus 12.
He
What
is
happens?
frightened of me for the next minute.
So he looks at you, and it almost seems as though some of your bandages are kind of like twisting along your body, and the sunkenness of your eyes, just they sink further back, and they're just these massive red circles as you watch him kind of shift around a little bit and then lean back against the wall again.
As soon as I notice it take place,
I have to get back to work.
I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
Blah.
Okay.
Blah.
You guys leave.
Yep.
Headed back to your group. You watch them come back as Lark. They turn around and start walking back, and you see Lark kind of just lean against the wall, but he kind of keeps looking back over at them and then looking at the guards, making sure they're doing their job.
I hold my thumbs up like, are we good?
At Lark?
No, at the
Oh,
two guys
okay.
coming back.
Yeah.
Like, are we good to go? Like, do we get to go to the party?
Yeah. We should all get dressed up.
I'm so excited.
Shopping.
I'm gonna kind of flutter a little bit, and my two legs are gonna kick.
You do the jump heel click?
Yeah, but it's way
Except
easier because I can
47
fly.
times because you
Yeah.
could just fly.
Yeah, you just keep going click, 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 click
Yeah.
with your heels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a cool jewelry thing. So.
Yeah.
You're going to get a cool jewelry thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna get your proboscis spears.
Just to make this quicker and go by faster, if you have like a specific thing you want to purchase, just tell me what it is, and I'll quickly tell you probably how much it would cost. We don't have to roleplay a bunch of different stores real fast, because you guys, some of you need to get clothes for it, because it's a little bit nicer event. So, Holik, is there anything you're looking to purchase? I'm assuming that's what you guys are all going to do next, right?
Yeah.
Go quick shopping.
like good looking clothes and like one of those like half cape like over things.
4 gold pieces.
Cool.
I'll say 4 gold pieces will get anybody a semi-nice outfit, unless you want some crazy special thing, then
Is that the bare minimum?
it's like a little bit more than the bare minimum. It's just adequate. Bare minimum is like 2 gold.
I want like a
I'll do that.
A Ghibli outfit?
Like a high-end.
Okay. So 6 gold should get you the bare minimum of the highest end of clothing, like some silk threads, you know.
I'm with him.
And you're a bit of a weird case, so it takes a bit of some, you know, it's like you walk into this little establishment that they quickly start taking your measurements, and then they originally are like, oh, you're a child, so they start pulling out some stuff, and they go, bring me the elderly dwarf stuff. No, for the real portly fellows. And then, you know, like they roll out some wooden mannequins that look like these real, just Kingpin from Marvel Comics, like outfits, and then they put them
Except
on you.
like
and-
3 feet tall.
Yeah,
It's the purple sweats that fit best.
yeah.
Velvet.
So does anybody have anything specific they're looking to buy other than just quick threads?
Am I going?
They said that
so
you guys
we
can all go.
Yeah, we've got 8. Like, it's good to go. Our whole party can go to it.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what Lark said.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'll get something nice.
All right. If you just want basic finery for clothing, it's 4 gold pieces.
How much for like a...
I want the Ilmater hands. I want them to be embroidered on the front of my nice suit that I buy.
And you want it before tonight?
Yes.
Like the polo horse, like thing. like
the polo shirt?
Cephas is wearing a tucked-in polo shirt.
Yeah.
Collared, yeah.
Do you want it right there? Like...
Yes.
Like, okay. So it's not very big.
Half an inch in diameter. Like,
Half an inch.
Yeah, it's not very big.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
just
I thought you meant you wanted it from like shoulder to shoulder down to the middle.
embroidered. Yeah, right. Please.
And you're a big guy too, so
Yeah, it's just this. Yeah, that can be done for, I'd say,
Like a copper, probably, yeah.
like 4 silver.
Okay.
They do that for you.
I just want to go to a blacksmith and ask him if they can pound out like 10 iron flat coins with 3 dots in the center of it. Like making a triangle.
Yeah, I can do that pretty quick.
How much?
I guess give me a gold piece and I can have those done in 10 minutes.
Gold piece, right in his eye.
Yeah, you wait for about 10 minutes. He comes back and he throws 10 basically iron chips on the counter. Each of them has got 3 little dots in it.
Thanks.
Yep, no problem. Buttons? Suit or what?
Yep.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
I'm gonna go to the store with the sale.
Halitosis Henry's?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back.
Hi.
Looking for something special?
What was that special someone?
Looking for a clasp.
A clasp?
Go on my wings.
Like to keep them together?
No, that's crazy. Just fancy, like, kind of like people put on their ears.
Like an earring for your wings?
Yeah, but not piercing, just like a...
like
a cuff.
You know what I said? Clasp, cuff.
I think when you flap your wings, it would fly right off.
Make it a...
We could glue it.
Oh. Sounds painful.
I have some magical glue, but it can never be removed. Unless you use my proprietary salve.
Oh. I see what you're doing there.
I don't know what you mean.
Me either. How much is that?
The glue?
All of it.
Well, I do have some little cuff things that might look nice. Some gold bends or something that looks like flowers, maybe. And I could glue them on there for you. The whole ordeal costs you about 25 gold.
Do you have gold paint?
No. Well, I could probably throw something together. 5 gold pieces, and I can paint the tips of your wings gold for you.
Sweet. Got it. Deal.
That? All right. Just wait here, and I'll go throw something together. Eventually, he comes back out with this small bowl of this very thick, kind of viscous, almost mucusy liquid. But you see, as he kind of churns it, it is sparkling gold. It almost looks just like molten gold, but it distinctly has this very weird, like, nasty snot consistency. And he walks up and, all right, fan out your wings. Are you ready? Do you want it all along the edge of the wings or just on the very top tips of them?
Top tips.
All right.
Do it now.
The frosted tips.
Please.
All right.
Frosted tip.
He, like, the tips of your wings are these, like, nice kind of almost feather pattern, not quite, but just these kind of brush strokes of gold. So it has this kind of cool, almost feathered pattern to it.
It's cold.
Yes, it's very cold and it's sticky. You'll notice as the day goes by, in a couple hours, this will dry, crack, and fall off, and you'll be left with stains on the tips of the wings. But it's like metallic.
Metallic.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's actually a little trick of the trade my mom taught me back in my younger days.
I'll keep you in mind for
What? And then he like eats some of it. No.
Is it edible?
No, don't eat it.
Okay.
It's very toxic. There's lead in it.
Oh, that means it's sweet.
When we have more than just a day's notice, we should probably get like a symbol and then like get clasps that we can all
Have
wear.
a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Did anybody else have anything fancy that they want before the dinner?
Clonus would like to get, or just make sure he gets his clothes.
Yeah.
But then he also is going to go to Venora and go like this. I have something. I'm going to have you just wear it. I don't know if we're going to be able to have weapons or anything. But I have this. And I pull out my little, like, this wooden box. And I open it up and I go, okay. Just for the event, in case of emergencies, once we pull a rose... Oh, the roses are daggers, sorry. Once we pull a dagger rose out, we can't put it back.
It's a dagger?
Yes. So it's magic. It's a little rose bouquet. It has 4 roses on it. A corsage. It has 4 roses on it. But when you grab one of the roses and pluck it, it turns into a dagger. And it lasts for... I don't remember how long.
Doesn't it last forever if it's within certain proximity
Yes.
to you?
So just don't pull it unless we need it. And it has to be, and if we pull one, and let's say you pull one, you hand one to me, and then you have the other one, you have pull another one for you. If I walk if I walk away, mine just turns into petals. And
You have like
disappears.
5 minutes, I think.
Okay.
But here you go. Take care of it. This is just in case of emergencies. I don't know if we're gonna have weapons in there.
Great idea. I will be very careful with this.
Okay. I hand her the whole wood box too. Like,
Yeah, I put it back.
The whole thing.
I don't suppose you have like a cool masculine version of that. Not that flowers. Like maybe they look like
I have
knives, but
this.
they turn into flowers.
I reach in my bag and I grab out another box.
Knives that turn into flowers.
And
You unsheath this dagger and it's a bouquet of flowers.
I have this box. They look like incense sticks.
Yes.
But if you throw them, they turn into dragons.
I don't believe you.
Okay, never mind.
So, Lexi, you can remove a rose from the corsage as if you were unsheathing a weapon. When you do, the rose's stem magically extends from the flower, transforming it into a long thorn at its tip, effectively a dagger. It's considered to be a +1 dagger, and it cannot be returned to the corsage once removed. And if a removed rose is more than 5 feet away from the corsage at the end of your turn, it withers and becomes an ordinary dead rose.
A turn.
Somewhere, I think I wrote like a little note card for it.
I'm looking for it right now.
Okay.
If something goes wrong, I'm just going to give you the corsage.
We can pull a rose.
But
We have 4 roses.
maybe not you.
We have
I'll give
4
it to one of the
we have 4
people who
knives.
doesn't have magic.
Yeah. So basically, you can pull it, and we can hand that corsage off with it. And
I mean, yeah, it ties around your wrist because it's a corsage. So you'd have to take, if you're in combat, it might be a bit of a process to undo it, but other than that.
The card is true. What Jerry may have said
It
is wrong.
smell good.
Correct. It smells good?
Yeah.
And they always smell good.
Oh, you're talking about the item. I thought you were talking about the card.
I thought you were talking about the card. It's like, did you spray perfume?
I was like, that's kind of cool, Byron.
It's kind of
So he could always find it.
Super meta.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Well, that's actually, so Byron can't actually see. So what he does, he uses smell. So he sprays each thing a different smell. So
Where
the
did I put
other
that
magic
card?
item he has smells like ears.
So
Smells like earwax.
The dice are really hard to read some days.
Yeah.
Because the smells all like coincide
The
with each
20s.
other.
What is baloney? Is that a 7 or
They
17?
regrow.
Do they regrow?
Here we go.
Daggers wither at the next dawn, and 1d4 missing roses regrow on the corsage.
Oh, that's so much better than I thought.
Yes.
So we pluck
didn't know
one,
it
we
regrew.
get more?
No. The daggers.
Missing.
So you pluck one, it will wither if it's 5 feet away or whatever at the end of your turn, and then the next dawn, even if you like still have it on you, it withers away, but more roses grow back.
But how many roses grow back?
1d4.
So we could get more roses than we already have.
I think up to
Up to
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Up to 4.
So if let's
Like
say
you pluck 1 and then roll 4, so now it's got 7 on it.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a great.
32 roses.
it's like the giant bouquet.
No,
on the
it's
arm.
up to 4.
Quit growing.
What kind of thing could I put on Vith?
Tux.
And nowadays you could like put on like a bow tie.
Yeah.
But like, is there an equivalent like top hat?
A top hat on a little dragon dog.
Oh, but is there like an equivalent for like this time?
I think it would be like a harness, and then there's a specific thing for a harness for the mouth,
A muzzle?
a muzzle. But if you got it like with filigree, it would almost look like if anyone brought an exotic beast to a noble, it would probably be like all muzzled and with like nice harness equipment on. Like dress it like it's going into battle with regal armor, but it's really just like very showy.
And it would definitely be muscle, I'm guessing.
Do you not read Monster Fashion Weekly? So,
No, I don't. I can't read actually.
avid connoisseur.
Dude, I knew it.
See.
I'm gonna try and hide 2 daggers in my boots.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
I will also try to hide my greatsword in my boots.
Your great sword. Yeah.
You just keep cutting your boots open, and you're like, man,
My boot
you
is
grab
a bag
another
of
pair.
15.
Okay. You're assuming that they're gonna like check your weapons at the door or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But put them in and then put some wrapping just into the boot and up the pant leg. So if they like search, there will be clear bandages.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to put see if I can get my hands on like any type of red fruit or red fruit juice to lightly put on the bandages at my ankles.
Oh,
Just
so
to
that
make
Well,
it
your
look a
disguise
little-
kit probably has something that you
Yeah,
can use.
yeah. Like blush or something.
Yeah.
It's
Makes it
just
look
a
like there's
Mary
some-
Kay makeup kit that I carry around.
We know.
It's my mom's.
Sure.
You stole your mom's makeup.
Yeah, it's still not better.
It's not weird. It's just my mom's, and I carry it everywhere I go and use it.
Okay. Anybody else, real quick, that something you need to get? If everybody paid for their little nice clothes,
I was just gonna get a bath, like try and trim a little bit of the beard, and then that's basically it. And try and hide like a boot knife. Try and like hide it.
you want to hide a
little
boot
bit.
knife? Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand. Is anybody else hiding weapons on themselves?
I have claws. So.
Okay, you want to hide those?
8 on the sleight of hand, but I'm gonna also have like my longsword on my belt, like
Yeah. You guys aren't leaving your
Regular.
weapons at the inn.
No,
You're just
no.
preemptively assuming that
Yeah.
you might be searched or something.
yeah.
Okay?
I also got clothes too.
I'm most likely gonna give it up anyway.
Clonus
My
gets his
boot knife.
clothes, but he dresses up more like presenting battle armor kind of a thing, more of like a distinguished soldier.
Okay.
So he'll have his sword on his hip
Okay.
as part of the decor of the outfit.
Okay. Are you guys all wearing... So I'm assuming nobody's wearing their armor before
Clonus-
this.
Clonus is.
You are wearing armor, right?
I'm wearing the armor right now.
Which is your body.
It's a giant shell.
Yep.
I'm gonna have like all my books visible, and then part of like the bare minimum outfit just have like a hood up,
Okay.
and then also one longsword at my side.
Okay. But no armor?
No armor.
Okay. Just remember, in case that matters, that you're not wearing armor. Everybody except for Clonus.
It's 10 plus your dex without armor,
Unless you're...
unless you're
Titus.
special. But yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys are accomplishing during the day before the meal tonight? Or are you
Yes.
going? Okay.
Just for each member of the party, whenever I pass by them, I'm going to attempt to sleight of hand one of those iron coins into their pocket or person.
Okay. Let's just do 7 sleight of hand checks real quick, and we'll go right down the line, starting with Holik, and compare it to their passive perception.
Perception.
23.
You're
You
good.
beat Holik. Next is Clonus.
Cons.
This one's easy.
Yep, it's like
10.
9.
You're good.
You got it. Cephas.
Good luck.
23.
Barely.
What a waste. Ghibli. His is also 9.
Yeah.
Beat it. 21.
Okay,
All right,
Titus.
Titus, this is getting a little harder.
Beat it. Myself. Venora 15.
Ooh.
I think I'm 16.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you 16 or 15?
No, I am 15.
Right on the money.
To the roller.
You got it.
Close.
Lumen's all that's left.
23.
And you're good.
Actually, Lumen's is pretty high. Just kidding.
But I will tell Lumen and Venora after the fact. Because I
Hey, I
have
just snuck this on you.
3 coins left. Familiarize yourself with these so you can cast Locate Object. They're pretty distinct. They're iron coins with 3 dots in the center. We each have one on our person, and I'm going to attempt to put one on Lark and Trake if I can. I've been practicing. You have one in your pocket.
Thank you. Wow, you have been practicing.
Whoa, I like that.
I like that.
So good.
That's it for me.
Okay.
Before you guys will teach me proper meal etiquette.
Okay. Well, Titus,
Well, Titus, you're
probably going to want to hold a fork like this.
Actually, in the Fort Trinity, you want to burp after eating. It's like a show of respect. You think you could digest a fork?
Titus?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
What are the colors of the town? What's it? Yeah.
Colors of the town?
Yeah, is it like
Colors of the wind.
Mostly gray, like it's all a stone.
Is like the
Monochromatic.
flag? Like, do they have like a...
There's a Riskelian flag. It's red, yellow, and white.
What did we...
What do the trees look like in this forest town?
This dense forest.
There's no like Fort Trinity flag, but they fly the Riskelian national flag, which is this kind of like a V shape that's in 3 different colors, and it goes red, yellow, and then white.
Well, from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what color my dress is.
Oh,
What color are the roses?
the roses?
Yeah.
Whatever color you want.
Oh, they change colors based on her outfit.
I'm just letting you decide. Is what I'm saying.
I was like, yes.
Because I don't care that much. It's not like I mean, every time new roses grow, whoever's wearing it, that player can decide.
That's cool.
Black.
Orange. He's not wearing it.
Red.
Dude, have you seen the black roses?
Yes.
They're so cool.
All right. So does anybody have anything they're doing before the party? Or are we going to that?
Let's go to the party.
Okay.
Party time!
I was gonna do the augury.
Augury.
Oh, right. Like right before you guys go in? Or you want to do it in the inn? It's going to take you about 25 minutes to walk from the inn to the manor.
You could do it in the bathroom.
That's actually
It's not a bad idea.
Just sit in the
immediately
bathroom
walking-
for 11 minutes.
bathroom? Where's your
11 minutes in the bathroom. yeah.
11 minutes is just right in the line of like,
That guy definitely pooped.
definitely pooped, but
Definitely
that's weird.
pooped, but
But it was a problem poop.
It was a problem.
Like, that's what I mean.
It was a hard
At
problem poop.
Yeah.
He comes out a little red in the
without a
face.
phone.
Especially at a dinner party and when you just got there.
Excuse me, where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
He has a nervous stomach.
Yeah. Well, that lead is seeping into his wings. It's having weird effects on his body.
You wouldn't know though. Like you'd see him, you'd actually wonder, like, oh, I wonder how they go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, you're wondering.
Yeah. And so maybe 11 minutes is normal.
Like, is my bathroom okay?
If you walk back in the bathroom later, there's just like dust everywhere. It's a thick layer of glittery dust over the walls, the ceiling.
The mirror is missing.
The mirror is we refill me glitter.
Okay, so I convene with Edivard.
So you're going to use the restroom and then cast the spell.
Just me?
I don't want to join you in the bathroom. I feel that looks a little suspect.
That's what I thought. I was just last time you said
We're not women. We can't go to the bathroom.
you'd
as
assist me,
pairs.
but
That's true. I did say that. Here's the thing. You pretend that Soap is your familiar, and then when you go to the restroom, I will try and speak through him and catch a glance every now and then. I'm not actually completely devoid of motor function, but I definitely can't see or hear when I'm looking through Soap. So I'll have to be subtle about it. But tug on his wing. He'll tell me you need assistance, and I'll do everything I can to him.
You're just gonna be sitting there, and then you're just like, and then somebody asks you a question. Like,
I don't think. I think I can get away with it. I'm pretty good at performance.
So you guys make your way through town, all dolled up and dressed up in your various fineries. Each of you in, whether it's, for Venora, this nice, elegant dress. For the rest of you, some sort of like half capes, as Holik explained, and just nicer clothes with a bit of sheen to them, and one of you looking like a 3-foot tall kingpin.
Won't say who.
Huge padded shoulders.
What's the girl's name? The kingpin, so...
Vanessa.
Yeah.
Kimberly. But, he could just say Venora. As you guys approach what you believe to be the manor, you see on either side of it, the only reason you really do think this is the one is it kind of fits the description you were given, but also it's this fairly beautiful 2-story manor, windows all around it. Like you count immediately, like 16 different windows. But this kind of soft, warm glow is coming out all throughout the first floor of it. You see it's got these 2 distinct wings of the manor itself, and then like kind of a central area as well. But there's this large iron fence that surrounds the entirety of it with this large, like hedged yard along the back. In the front of it, there are 4 Crown's Guard standing just in front of the front door. You see, as you guys kind of are walking up the road, approaching the area, 2 of them kind of start walking down the pathway from the front door to the gate, which is closed. And as you guys kind of walk by, they look at you kind of expectingly, and you look back at them, and are you here for the dinner?
Yeah.
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 Well, I see some weapons on you. Just have you know that we are checking weapons at the door. You're not the only one here for the dinner, but you are well guarded for the night.
All right.
My sword.
All right. Okay. So as you guys each, one at a time, please, step through the gate. 2 of them. One of them takes your weapons. The other one just quickly pats you down to make sure that you're safe. So the only 2 of you that said you were going to hide anything, the rest of you, I'm assuming, you're handing over all your weapons except for the corsage.
I'm going to tell him to take good care of it. This is my father's sword. Take good care of it, then.
I do hand over the boot knife. Like, it was like for a show of like...
Okay.
Oh, I had a extra weapon.
So he pats you down, finds nothing, and then you kind of like, oh, here's this.
Well, no, I hand him my longsword, and then I go down and take the knife out of my boot, hand it over like it's...
So the other one I need to roll a search for is Edward. When you hand him the sword, my sword is my father's as well. I will take care of it as though it is my own.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So they each take your weapons. Edovard, as you're being patted down.
Once he gets to my legs, I'm just going to be like, I don't suppose I have to hand over the books as well. They're the real weapons.
Gosh.
Knowledge and all that.
I told you to take the wizard's staff.
He kind of like, just as you say that, he was about to like pat where the daggers are, and he looks up at you and, that was awful. But he just kind of like, chuckling a little bit, stands up. You must be a father. Have fun at the event. And as you guys are stepping forward,
Gherty, I have a son somewhere.
As you guys are stepping forward towards the door, you get about halfway there up this little walkway, and you can already hear just the kind of fire music rolling out. This soft, delicate these string instruments just lightly playing. It doesn't sound like it's an overwhelming orchestra or anything, but it does sound like it's just 3 or 4 people playing some string instruments inside. As you reach the door, the other 2 open the door up, and the music kind of cascades across you, and you smell like the delicious scent of a feast before you. The heat of the fireplace within the house just rolls out on the kind of brisk night air. And as you walk in, the doors are shut behind you, and the music is beautiful. You see ahead of you a staircase that goes up to the second floor. To your right, these 2 wide open doors that lead to like a banquet hall room. To the left, there's some doors that are shut and 2 guards standing in front of them. Here, straight ahead of you, you see a large banquet table. On it, you see like a charcuterie spread. This huge spread at one end of the table that's just various meats and cheeses and nuts and fruits and dips and all that stuff. And then along the table, you see these little roasted Cornish game hens that are slightly sliced so people can pull from them with all these tiny little forks in it. A whole smorgasbord of all this little finger food stuff. And it smells divine. I mean, it's all... for some of you, this might be like the best meal you've ever had. It's being weighted. You see these little round things on the map here. Those are just like potted plants. But near 2 of them, on 2 opposing corners, you see waitstaff standing there waiting. Whether servants or slaves, you're uncertain, but they're wearing fairly nice attire. But that entrance to the back room, there's doors back there. And then that very center thing that I scribbled on there, the word fire, that's just a fireplace. As you guys are walking in, real quick, you see standing at the head of that table, or sitting there in this nice chair, the biggest chair in the room, at least surrounding the tables. You see he kind of pushes it back, stands up, this fairly tall, half-giant man, similar to Cephas. You see, just looking at him from here, he might be a little bit shorter than Cephas. The slightest amount of scruff on his face, which is, you immediately notice this, and that's pretty rare. Like, that's like, for a half-giant, that's like a full beard. You see no tattoos, no tribal tattoos. So immediately for Cephas, you recognize him clearly as half-giant or Goliath, but where almost all of them have some sort of tribal tattoos to distinguish where they're from, what mountain range or whatever. He has none. So this just pale skin, which is weird, very rare. But he stands there, kind of opens his arms wide. Welcome. You all must be... I'm very bad with names. He sits back down. Please take seats. You must be... Don't tell me. Nope. Somebody's gonna... Something about a fist, right? Sea-fist. Oh, is that what you're called? Sea-fist?
Very close. Hand.
Sea hands. Are you a pirate group? Cephas's hand? I'm confused.
Well, we go by the people's hand.
Right, I'm sorry. The people's hands, right. Well, please, take a seat. I'm excited to meet each of you. Now, you must be Ghibli there, right? You won the that was one of the best duels I've ever seen. It was gritty, impactful, and hard-hitting. I was on the edge of my seat. I've frankly never seen a duel like it. I don't think I ever will again. And Ghibli kind of, thank you. I'm sorry, David. And he sits down. And let me see, I don't know. So the rest of you must be just part of the group, right? But didn't compete or competed in different things. You know, the little green one there, I think I saw you compete in the beam throwing event.
Yes, sir.
That was pretty impressive.
Thank you.
And I think I saw you there,
Cephas,
participate in the climbing event?
That's right, man. I can climb so fast, but looking at the size of you, so can you, eh?
Maybe in my younger years.
Well, I bet you still got it.
I scaled a few mountains in my day. Fought a few beasts on top, you know.
He blushes.
But now I mostly serve in political matters and war room discussions and that lot, but not really on the battlefield as much. My back isn't the same thing it's been for 10 years at least, you know, but you'll get there, you know. What are you, in your 40s?
No, I'm 35.
35 for 5 years?
Something like that.
Yes. I've been 44 for 12.
Well, you don't look a day over 35 either.
It's the Goliath, you know. Well, I've heard a few things about the group, you know, the lot of you, and you're all...
Good, I hope.
Well, yeah. I saw you compete, and I thought that was impressive. I heard good things about your sportsmanship and your conduct. I heard that you have a few men and women of the cloth. No, that was about it, I guess. Lark told me that
the whole group of you would be coming tonight, so I look forward to meeting all of you. But the special honors are, owed to those who competed and won in our, highlighted events, or however you'd like to call it. So for the two that won the chariot race, well done. Some of the best racing I've ever seen. And the two of you, have you already received your medals?
Did we? I don't think that we received our medals, no.
Oh, well, and he kind of grabs one of those servants off to the side who rushes off out to the room. Right. I believe there was supposed to be a ceremony, but I was not feeling very well the past few nights, and I wasn't able to do the ceremony last night. But unfortunately, it won't be so public, but you will receive your medals, and it will still be from me. And then for Ghibli here, he will receive a medal as well of honor from here at Fort Trinity, yeah.
I hope you're in better health now. I hope whatever ailed you passed.
My health has been unfortunately, it's been a bit of a blight on some business I've had to get done, but I've been feeling well today, and I'm very, very thankful for it, or else this would be a much more morose meal. I have to postpone it perhaps, but my health, I felt very well this morning, and I was very surprised. The last week I've been feeling rather sick, but today I felt very good.
Well, what's been wrong? Maybe I can help you then.
Well, I've just had a real churning stomach, my head's been throbbing and just pounding, but today is a good day, and we don't need to spend time on that. We have a great feast for you before us, and I have live music, and he kind of gestures with his hand, and you see about that music you've been hearing kind of stops for a moment, and there's some shuffling as those 4 musicians walk in the room, and somebody with a cello, a couple violins, and then what looks kind of like a small little harp. And they put a seat down and they start playing just this kind of pleasant, light music in the room. But I have so many questions for the 8 of you, and I'm sure you have questions as well. I'm a high-ranking military official, so I'm sure you've got questions. But I'd like to learn about you and find out where you're from, and we have this to eat, and then as soon as dinner's ready, they'll bring it in. I have a whole roasted hog coming in just for you, and various other things. I have a bean salad, because I heard one of you really likes beans. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I thought I was going to be throwing them.
That's right. I kept hearing about that. So I requested a specific salad of various types of beans just for you.
I do like beans, but Ghibli, can you have beans?
Probably not a good idea.
Well, yeah, they probably wouldn't be good for his duel anyway if he has to duel soon. Please, before we dig in, let me, and he kind of gives a quick whistle, and a couple of the servants walk in, dressed very fine. They walk in with various bottles of drinks, and some of them have some wine, others have this just a bottle of what looks like water, and at the bottom you can see rose petals kind of floating in there. Have some delicious beverages. You're able to have whatever you wish, and they go around filling goblets with whatever people would like.
Still got any milk?
Milk?
I asked the waitstaff, not when they come around.
Yeah, so one comes with this bottle of wine and then this rose water and steps forward. You want milk?
Yeah, just a glass of milk.
I'll come back with some milk.
If I may.
Yes.
How long did you say you were experiencing the illness?
I'd rather not talk about illness today. It's one of my good days.
Hasn't spread to anyone else in the fort?
I'm mostly by myself, my wife and I. My wife hasn't gotten sick. It's been the better part of the year, honestly, that I've been in and out of feeling well. Some days I just feel very weak and exhausted.
Just curious, not to insult you in any way, but, of course, the food being presented, wanted to make sure no one on the staff perhaps was feeling any ill.
I don't believe so.
Cephas, by the way, just his lower half is kind of dancing while his top half is just eating finger food.
Okay.
Tons of it.
His lower half is dancing?
Yeah.
It's a happy dance.
Happy dance, food everywhere.
Yeah. Happy eating.
Yeah. Okay.
Every female.
And I know milk's coming.
Yeah. I mean, pretty quickly they bring you out so where everyone else is drinking out of these nice, goblets, they bring you out a small tankard of milk.
Oh, yeah.
For the better part of a year, my health has been up and down, but in more recent months, it's taken a serious decline. I've been very weak. My wife is fairly certain that it was from one of the monsters I fought as a young boy. I actually was submerged in some sort of ooze for up to 16 hours until my men came back and retrieved me, and she's always said that there must have been some sort of chemical within it that seeped into my bones. But
that'd be a very fascinating story to hear.
well, I'd love to tell it. I used to be a bit of a wild card. I was technically a soldier in the Riskelian army, but I took a few years to myself, and I went and made some gold of my own accord and used the skills they had trained and instilled in me to fight some beasts and monsters and make some money on my own. And I took a job that I probably shouldn't have, but the money was really, really good, and I couldn't convince my men to come with me, but then they finally did. It was a whole thing, and thank goodness that they thought better of it. They turned around and started going back to town, and they thought badly, they felt badly about it, and they came back. And if they hadn't, I would have died, and the lower part of my body was shrinking, and I was emaciated, and because that was the part that submerged in the liquid. And he just rambles on for a long time, but it's just this weird story about him fighting this massive beast that was made of ooze and skeletal, like a bunch of bones, and then losing and getting thrown into some sort of pit. And then when his men came back, they all went back and fought it together and destroyed it, because by the help of some mage that he knew who was able to evaporate it and all this stuff.
Amazing. You had a thrilling past.
Well, after that, I decided to take the road a little less hectic and crazy and just be a soldier. And now war.
Yeah.
Wish I'd stayed fighting ooze beasts. So, I have to ask. The lot of you, there's 8 of you. That's quite the group. I mean large, My curiosity is here. Have you all known each other for some time, or?
Few weeks.
Few weeks, yeah. A month now? How long has it been?
Not very long at all.
Yeah.
Well,
like half a month.
You seem to work very well together.
A few of us knew each other a little bit sooner than that, but yeah, nobody's that I know of has known anybody longer than a couple months.
Remarkable. I knew some of my comrades for years before they would trust me with a sword behind them.
Well, I'm not sure we trust each other exactly. We're learning to.
Ouch.
That's fair enough.
Of course I trust you.
I used to really distrust the one in bandages.
Yeah, what is that about?
It's effect from birth. It's not contagious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I thought the same thing. Always hiding behind those bandages, but he's a good guy.
Are you just horribly disfigured, or?
Essentially.
Well, you're amongst friends. Feel free. You don't have to be bound by these bandages and all tightly wrapped up and wound. You can unwind and enjoy your evening, should you like.
I would like to keep them on. I hope to grow to the point that I'm free to be myself around them, and even possibly, anyone else one day. But
what is your name?
Edivard.
Edivard. Character is about what's on the inside. Don't let your appearance get you down.
It's very sweet.
Whether you have a nose, no nose, 2 ears or 3, what's inside, that's what's me. I just made that up.
That was beautiful.
That was great, yeah. We just don't care if he's ugly. We don't.
I mean, I'm about to eat, so maybe later.
Yeah. Maybe when we're just listening to the music and speaking.
The pustule scarring.
Oh, well, if it could ooze into the food, I'd rather you keep the bandages on.
I have stories about oozing in
and
food.
The doors open up, and as they do, you see 4 Crownsguard walk in, 2 kind of immediately go to either side, and then just slow footsteps out of the darkness and into the room as you see Ransom Larch step in.
I put myself on the wrong side of the table.
Where are you at?
I was sit by him.
Lewin, are you just standing by the tree?
He's stealthing.
My head's in the tree, the shrub.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm already munching on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for the moment to
To mention that?
To mention that, yeah.
Okay. Let me grab a mini.
Just munching on the bush.
Yeah, looking for bugs or, I don't know.
What is that noise?
This is an amazing shrub. Thank
He
you for
doesn't eat the-
providing.
He doesn't eat the whole leaf either. He only eats a hole in the leaves and then moves on to the next one.
Oh, what a monster.
So,
Your head pops out of the shrubbery.
Lark walks
wonderful
in,
meal.
scoots a chair back at the other head of the table, sits down. Sorry I'm late. I've had, been running around like a bird with my head cut off all day. The music
problem, we're
starts
just
slowly
talking.
playing again. It's quiet in here.
How is he dressed?
He's dressed,
About the same as when he was
Armor
on
and
the
weapons?
stairs, or
you notice
dress up?
he does have a sword at his hip.
Okay, but did he dress up more than when he was on the stairs, or is he
Seems
still
like
the same?
he slicked his hair back. It's well greased. He has a little bit of scruff on his face, and the kind of pencil-ish mustache still. And it seems as though the collar on his outfit that was like popped up before, he's pressed down as best as possible. And kind of, it seems as though he's put on like a nicer overcoat.
Okay. And there weren't any Crown's Guard in here before then?
No.
Okay.
But now there are 4. And then he looks at them as he's sitting there, as the music starts playing again, and he just nods to them, and 2 of them walk out, shut the door, and 2 still stay in there.
Where do they stay?
Just by the doors.
Okay. And which corner is the music people in? Are they opposite Lumen, or?
No, they are the corner that Lumen is in. The
Okay.
left side of the room.
Cool.
Immediately in the doors to the left.
Do you have anything for this shrub?
My goodness, are you eating You're eating my shrub. That wasn't part of the spread. Now, what are you? I've seen you around. Are you... You are a... Hang on, don't tell me. You're a butterfly. The gold made me...
The moth.
Oh, I thought you were like a monarch butterfly because of the gold tips.
Oh no, it's I wanted to dress up for the occasion.
Oh, well, it's very pretty. You know,
Skoros is my race.
Tonight is about celebrating the lot of you. You're welcome to eat the shrub.
I was wondering if there was a restroom that I could use for approximately 11 minutes.
This is Edovard?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Wait, why would Edovard have to?
Did
he
you
went away for
ask you?
11 minutes. He said, and I quote, I mean, you can cut this out later, Levi, I need to go take an 11-minute poop.
Oh, not his character.
Oh, I'm not sure, so I'm...
I thought you were referencing what Lumen plans to do later. So is Edovard leaving to the bathroom?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he was just making a joke about himself.
I think he's trying to find where the restroom is for Lumen, so Lumen will...
Okay.
You're excused. The guards outside can show you to the restroom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And,
Hey, thank you.
That action was much more.
Lark watches Edovard stand, walk to the back, leave the room. And then there's some mumbling outside, and then Guard and Edovard walk away.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had anything for this shrub, because my stomach's kind of upset. Have you been eating shrubs too?
Have I been eating shrubs?
Yeah, you said you haven't been feeling good.
When you're not feeling good, do you eat shrubs?
I eat a little bit of everything.
I've been feeling much better today, but you know, the next time I'm feeling down, maybe I'll try eating some of the decorations. If you're not a butterfly, you must love the linen I have hanging in the hallway, didn't you? I have a fine tapestry in there, and if you eat it, I will throw you in prison.
I will throw you in prison.
But you can eat the shrub.
I will not touch it.
Very good.
Not.
I will stick to your coats in the closet.
I was just getting at the fact that my stomach's kind of upset.
Because you're eating the shrub.
I was not sure. So I was wondering if you had something to put on it.
What?
Like salt?
Hot sauce?
I don't know.
We have some pepper jelly.
I'll try that.
But if your stomach is upset, I wouldn't.
Eating it.
I'll come to the table.
Yes, come join us. Sit down. Let them get you some wine or rose water or milk is good for your
I'll
stomach.
use the restroom too, and then I'll be back.
You're gonna use the restroom too? Okay.
Unless there's more than one.
No, there are two. Ask one of the guards outside the door, and they can show you to it.
I thought the shrubs were because I'm different.
Well, sorry for the confusion.
I'm Faye.
I'm Faye.
Yes.
Hello, Faye.
I'm Trake.
Well, I hope you feel better when you're done in the restroom.
As do I.
Take your time. Are you going?
Yeah, I
This is the most awkward dinner I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, don't worry. He's always been a little bit strange.
You start walking towards the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Lark watches. It's strange. Two guys, each going to the bathroom like a minute apart. Okay. Watches you walk out the door.
It was a shrub. Stay away from it.
Thank you. I will stay away from it.
Release Dad Pepper Jelly.
No, I think I'll stick to the small birds.
Both of the guards are gone.
No, the two that are outside the door, they're gone now. The two that are inside the door are still in here.
Okay.
So how long have you been High Commander?
Well, I've been High Commander for the better part of 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Last few years with the war, my extensive knowledge and age has provided some wisdom to our the border situation. But it's been tiring, exhausting, and between you, me, and the fence post, I'd like to retire, but the High King would rather me stay in my position and utilize my experience rather than getting some young whelp like Lark in here.
Makes sense.
It's hard to change power in the middle of a war. I bet.
When your options are as slim as these. And Lark just kind of like...
Can I roll to see if he actually hates Lark or looks down on him a ton? Or if it's just or if it's more banter.
Yeah, is he joking or is it real?
Or is it just because he finds him to be like a fresh face?
Gosh dang it. 10.
Jude. Yeah. Edward went to the bathroom.
For an 11-minute. Was it 11 minutes? You're on your 11-minute poop right now. I'm in the bathroom. What's it like?
I'll get there.
Per insight?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and 1 minute later, Lumen went to the bathroom.
17.
Didn't you tell me to roleplay you going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was pretty sure he was just making a joke.
17.
Okay.
You said Edvar was going to take an 11-minute poop.
I said, I'm about to go take an 11-minute poop.
Yeah. Was that in character or out of character?
I'm going to take an 11-minute poop, Cephas. That's code for bad.
So that's why I thought it was weird when I guess I'll go too. And so I was eating a shrub, and that's what gave me an upset stomach.
You're literally the smartest person.
We're the luckiest.
Dude, if you exclude everyone in this room, you are the number one smartest person in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Different reasons. I was hearing some concerning news today. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't been in town that long, so it could be news that you guys always hear. But about Tapperwasia being closer. Is that...
Oh, the tabloids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll always run with whatever story is given to them, whether it's true or not. But I did hear the news today that they were spouting off, and I will say it was particularly pointed. And the unfortunate thing about it is I don't know how, but they seem to have gotten their hands on some legitimate information about the gathering soldiers. I've had some interesting scout reports lately. I don't know how that information leaked, but since it's out there, I might as well tell. Well, I trust a lot of you to. I mean, even if you say it, it's already out there. So there's been some truth to that situation. The northern borders where we're most concerned about something happening only because of the canyons up north, and they can make things a bit finicky, and finding people in them is hard, and there's a lot of rumors. A lot of people believe that there are cave systems up there that we've never even found, and if that's true, well, if the Taproasians were to find them, they could hide whole armies. I mean, at least that's the rumor. They could hide whole armies up there, and if that were true, and we'd be in very serious trouble. You know, it's a sad reality, but it shouldn't have happened. But the way that they were able to just, in an instant, I mean, cripple and wipe the Strelovan army off of the face of the map, destroying the royal family and taking out an entire military's worth of troops out, and it seemed like ours is, you know, that kind of thing instills fear in an entire nation like ours, and being so close to them, and also knowing that for the past 2 years they've sat there doing nothing, and tensions are rising. I'd like to say that so enough time has gone by that maybe they satiated their bloodlust, but nobody really thinks that Taproas is ever done until they've got all of Rykera, you know. And
yeah.
Once they have all 5 countries, they'll have their blood empire, and all everything that they say. If you've ever met a true zealot of Taproasia, they'll tell you that they won't stop until Rykera is theirs. So, but they've got 2 countries now. Maybe they can be happy with those 2, but it's a long answer to a simple question, which was, you've heard some interesting things in town, and yes, I have too, and it's kind of true. We are concerned, and we have heard rumors and reports that there might be some gathering of troops up north.
Are you worried about it, or you just think they're going to...
It's my job to worry about it.
True.
Do you think do you think that enough men have been drafted and trained to hold them off up here? Because I know that it's taken a toll on some of the smaller communities.
Well, you know, when war is knocking on your doorstep or whatever, as a nation, you have to come together and be prepared. I don't think it's villainous that we've had to recruit some people, but, well, if I said that I think we had enough, then that would imply that I don't think we need more. I do think we need more. I think everybody able-bodied, every able-bodied citizen should be prepared to fight. And if that's organized into our military or not, at the very least they need to be ready to defend their homes themselves. Especially those who live so close to the border as we do. Then again, we are a fort city, and people know what they're getting into when they live here. And they do business here. They know that they'll be more than likely first to have to fight. Now, we do have sturdy defenses, and they're fairly unique. However, those nets serve a very specific purpose, and the moat really is just there for show.
I feel between your wisdom and Lark's training, these soldiers are pretty stable from what we've seen when we've been here.
Yeah. I do my best to guide them to victory and be prepared. Lark puts in lots of hours, and the men and women he's training are doing their best. Many of them are farmers, and I don't know a sword from a butcher's blade, but yes, I've put in some requests for some more managerial help. We'll see if the king sends another.
Did I get any reaction out of Lark or him when I gave him praise?
Make an insight check.
9.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
So, Edvard, when you went to the bathroom, a guard guided you down the hall through the that center foyer area along the back behind the stairs, and you see there's another little door back there that goes into another room, and within that room you see a doorway that's just labeled like toilet. And there you go. Can you find your way back?
I think so.
All right, I'll be in the foyer to make sure you don't wander about.
Thank you. Your name?
Huh?
Your name.
My name?
Your name.
Why do you need my name?
I just felt cordial. I'm not super used to the nicer lifestyle. Never mind. I'll use the toilet.
Right. He walks out.
My name's Edvard.
Okay.
All right.
He shuts the door behind him. You see ahead of you just
the toilet.
Why did
And
I
then
come here?
Lumen, you walk out into the foyer, being guided by another guard. About a minute later, you see a guard waiting in the foyer there, who kind of looks at the other one. You guys both had to go to the bathroom at the same time?
Stay away from the shrubberies.
Oh, I don't want to hear about it. It's the other one down the other hall. And the guard, guides you down. He opens the door. He just points at another room in the back that you see says, toilet.
Should tell him about maybe adding some pepper sauce to it.
Well, they're not going to put pepper sauce on the plant because it's not food.
You've been talking his
He just
girl
let
all
you
the
eat it.
How embarrassing.
For you, yeah.
For you.
But the High Commander Trake he's a nice guy. He let you eat it, so be thankful for that. Just go to the bathroom. Weirdo.
This guy's just...
I'll be in the foyer so you don't wander around.
All right. I'm going to try to compose myself. It might take a bit.
My name's Paul, by the way, if you need any help.
This guy ate a plant.
Thank you, Paul. My name's Lumen.
Lumen, it's nice to meet you. Now, I want to go back to what I was doing.
Yeah.
You want to go back to the feast. Just go do your business.
Thank you.
So while you're in the bathroom, do you cast augury?
I wait for Soap to tell me that Lumen's in the bathroom.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because Soap was on his shoulder,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk into the bathroom. You see just an old-timey toilet. It's not like a bucket. I mean, it's a hole in the ground and then like a little seat thing.
Squatty potty.
Yeah.
Squatty potty.
Golden lever and everything.
No, it's
Like the
it's
toilets
like
in
a chair.
Skyrim.
I meant like a
that are
golden
just
handle, maybe, to hold on
buckets.
Oh yeah.
Because it's luxury, I don't know.
Yeah. No, there's like a golden handle to hold on to in front of it, so in case you need to brace yourself.
Brace yourself!
Okay.
I'll just be right out here, so you don't wander about.
Thank you.
You hear?
Lumen. Soap's mouth just opens up.
And you hear Edovar's voice out of
Lumen?
I take out the bones.
the knuckle bones.
Yeah.
Knuckle bones.
And then I kind of just... There's toilet paper in here, right?
There's nothing. Well,
I feel like if there would
there's
be
an
anywhere,
elevator
there
by-
might
no,
be something
next to it.
here.
there's like really thin rags and then like a bucket of water.
I'll find the cleanest
And then like
rag.
one to throw the rags away. No, they're not used rags. It's like thin, clean rags, a bucket
I'll
of
find
water.
this cleanest clean rag. Then.
Okay, and then beside that, there's like a trash bucket.
Okay. And eventually they're gonna run out of rags.
It's like Mexico. You can't flush them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except there's no flushing it.
I'm gonna take the clean rag.
Okay.
And then lay it out and then go.
So there's this muffled.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm gonna take like
They're
10
bone
rags.
dice. They're light.
Yeah. I'm gonna take.
But
like,
it's muffled.
Yeah.
Okay, you begin this ritual casting. As you do, you kind of spread them out and you're focusing this divine energy, calling upon the power of the pantheon of deities that you are so enamored with.
What's that?
And as you do, you see little flicks of energy occasionally knock one of the bones into a different direction, and then knock one back, and then a couple bump into each other, and they're just moving over the course of 10 minutes.
Lumen, you asked about the questions. If you're going to do this, I suggest we do not waste them. And though you do not ask them all at the same time, they should be rather heavy questions, very directed, pertaining to how much Trake knows about Lark's involvement with the bakery and what was underneath. Questions about kidnapping of Gertrude. Questions about a Red Rider. All are fair questions to ask, but be very direct and pointed with them. And know that if you get a negative outcome, whatever Trake said could very well be a lie. That's the only guidance I can really give you.
But know that you're not going to get multiple responses. So if you say, I plan on asking him these questions, you say all three of them, and then the omen will be like, good, bad, good and bad, neither good or bad, for all of them. Because it doesn't give you individual responses like contact other plane. So you might have one burning question you want to be like, will this end good or bad? And then you know. Or else you might get an answer that's like, good and bad.
Then we want to find a question that is encapsulating, and given a no, we get information, and given a yes, we get a lot of information. So, Probably need to tie in the Red Rider with the packaging that he delivers.
So while you two are in the bathroom figuring that out, I don't know if you guys want to talk about it, maybe?
Oh!
Because that way you guys can talk about it.
Let's go to the
Mike's not
bathroom.
picking it up.
Good thing I sent you to the bathroom.
That's so you.
Good thinking.
So as I was saying, tensions are high. There's a little bit of truth mixed into what the tabloids are spouting. Hope that answers your question.
Yes.
Well, I know, on our way here, we stopped at a place called Woodhurst.
Oh, Woodhurst, yes.
There's a little boy there named
Day or so
Rickton.
south, right?
That's right. Days was getting attacked by gnolls.
Oh, that's sad.
We told them, and I'm going to be faithful to it now, that we would let you know they need help. Days are burning for help. All of them would have died had we not shown up.
I wasn't aware of this.
But even still, they're kids without parents now. Mothers without children.
Were they simply just unable to defend themselves?
Well, they had no able-bodied people. Days are all here.
Oh, their defenders were drafted.
I guess so, but Days was hoping that at least some of them could defend the city.
I understand. Well,
look, I just want to make sure that you look good and that the people love you.
I can say, I can put in a request. What is it exactly? I mean, you stopped this situation. So what is it that they would like now from us?
Well, we stopped one situation, but bandits, more gnolls, they've got no one to protect them. I don't know what you can do, but you're a man of power, and so I promised I'd ask you.
Go and roll a persuasion check.
17?
Oh.
Well, I can't really do much about the lives that have already been lost, but I'm very sorrowful to hear about it. I can't really station soldiers there, or else that kind of defeats the purpose of us taking them. But you know what I can do? Lark, how much did we already know about this?
And Lark kind of... a little. I've been very busy the past few days, but I did receive the letter that they are speaking of. I read it over and discussed it with some of the other soldiers.
Very, very good.
Cephas, was it not multiple letters, or was it just one?
Well, they had been saying they've been writing multiple letters and they haven't been getting anything back.
They were on their way here when we found them on the side of the road.
An old man. And was that his daughter? His granddaughter? Moving slowly with a hurt donkey. These people are your citizens, aren't they?
Certainly
Aren't you sworn to protect?
Right. We're sworn to protect the crown and its holdings.
And yet gnolls are roaming the landscape?
Well, malady and terror happen constantly. We can't be expected to see to it all, but we are expected to see to what we can, and I won't stand for a group coming in and insinuating that I do not care. I certainly care.
I'm sorry, not meaning to insinuate that. Just wanted to clarify.
We certainly are sworn to protect them. And I will say, there was an order that went out throughout the country that able-bodied men and women were to be drafted, and I certainly can't stop that. Now, I will say this. I can't station anyone there, or else it made no sense to take them away anyway. I can't do anything about those lives that have been lost, and I can't do anything other than... Lark, do we have any troops that are stationed on build crews here?
Well, I mean, yes, but right now they're currently working on building refortifications to the walls and the possible trebuchet that we were speaking of, and, well,
reallocate a third of them. I'll send a third of our build crews, who are still able-bodied fighters. They are, they've already been through their basic training. But they're specifically masons and carpenters, and they will go and they will see to a refortification of this Woodhurst for you. At the very least, provides the town the smallest amount of preliminary defenses. And they will also see to some sort of armaments being given and a bit of training to these people. And I can only promise up to a month that I can probably withstand losing these men and women. But it will be the best I can do.
Sir, that is so gracious. And you know, the people there, they knew that you was a good man. They just wondered whether or not you was hearing it. But I'll send some of my own supplies too. I don't mind buying some things to send them back some food, and I'm sure some of the folks here can chip in. We'd like to help too.
I will say it's the first I've heard of the situation. I don't know how many weeks it's been going on or how many letters have been sent, but I haven't received any of them. Lark, have you received any of them? I received the first one when they brought it to me.
I'm gonna do an insight.
Yeah.
That's why I waited.
Hey, something that's not a 4.
I forgot what my doing.
Okay.
19.
19?
20.
20? Matt, Byron?
11.
13.
I got a critical fail on the dice, so I...
8.
Okay. So, Matt, Levi, Jarrett, the three of you, Holic, Cephas, Titus.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Each of you look at Lark, and there's some pretty clear, like, his voice kind of cracks for a second, and he looks away towards the ceiling as he's saying it. You're fairly certain he's lying. Well, the mail isn't the most...
Do you have
courier
that...
service isn't the most reliable thing.
Do you have that letter that we gave to you that you can pass over to Trake now? Because we weren't sure if we were going to get a chance to see him, but we'd like to make sure at least the last
the circumstances to him. Do you want them to have the letter too? I can have one of my guards go fetch it for you. Had it filed away. We get tons of requests like this throughout the months, and
so you just sit on him?
Well, no. I mean, I hadn't gotten to talking to him about it yet. As I said, we've been fairly busy throughout the weekend with the games and everything. But like I said, when he asked me, I meant to talk to him about it tonight, and I filed the formal request away. But
we know how these things can get. A lot of voices you're hearing. Easy for some things to get lost along the way.
Well, this is not a good one. And Lark, I expect...
Many people die.
I expect when letters like this come in, for them to be brought to me right away. Oh, of course. I mean, as I typically do, I bring them right away, sir. But this one, I was seeing to the training, and my humblest apologies, sir. It was an oversight that won't happen again.
About 3 days ago, yeah.
Well, I believe it was 2 days ago.
No, it's the first day that we came in.
Well, I've had a lot on my mind. There's only one of me and a couple thousand trainees. And as you know, Trake's been very ill, and so many of his duties have fallen on me as well, so I apologize if I didn't pass it up to the proper channels, but I've been very busy. A lot of policing that's been needing to be done in recent nights since so many travelers like yourselves came in. More policing has been necessary. It's been very odd. So, forgive me. I'm very sorry.
That's all right. We all make mistakes. Like this. Oops. I'd accidentally touched all 4 of these. Better read them all.
Yes. Oh, I touched that whole Cornish game end, didn't I? He does put it on his plate, though, and start picking at it. Where's the proper dinner going to be ready? Come on. Anybody? All right. They're working on it. Okay, real quick, back to those
in the bathroom.
The poopers.
Mr. Poopman.
Your 11 minutes is running out, and there's this burst of energy, and then all of the little bone dice move around, clacking into one another, and then like levitate in the air for a second, and fall to the ground, and like remain. They like completely still as they hit the ground. They don't bounce around at all. What was the question you were asking, or the course of action that you were indicating?
I was going to ask Lark if he was going to be honest with the question of what I was going to ask him about the knowledge of our friend Gertrude.
So you're wanting to know is the omen what the omen will say about whether or not Lark will be honest when you ask him about Gertrude?
Yeah. Whether or not he'll receive an honest answer. Yeah.
Right. Okay, but what are you going to ask him about Gertrude?
He's gonna ask.
Do you know about the whereabouts of our missing friend?
Oh, you're going to ask directly, do you know the whereabouts of this person?
Yeah.
And you want to know if he's going to give you an honest answer? Yeah. Okay. The bone dice kind of rattle around for a moment until finally most of them kind of resting at the base of where you rolled them, and 2 of them resting at the top, indicating a bad omen.
But that's, doesn't tell us anything quite yet.
He might say yes, and then that means...
Yeah, he might be really weird and go, yeah, I do, and be lying.
Yeah. I have no idea who that is.
And then I pull on the wing to make sure you saw that.
Yeah, but you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll say...
I'm proficient.
Roll a intelligence check. Add your proficiency.
Would this be benefit from my doubling proficiency when using divining tools?
Sure, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Do I have advantage?
No.
Okay, I almost rolled with advantage again. That was D12, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
rolling?
I'm dumb.
Dumb.
19.
Okay, so there's just kind of like a twinge in your head as you look at this, and some deep buried arcane knowledge and instinct kind of indicates you recognize a bad omen.
I'm going back now.
There's a knock on your door. Lumen, there are voices in there. Who's in there with you?
Just my bird.
Just my bird.
He like takes a couple steps away. And you head back to the banquet hall, I don't know.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming you do after a couple moments.
Yeah.
Clean up. All
Sometimes I just need encouragement.
Positive reinforcement.
Paul! Paul, you still there?
I'm here, Lumen.
Hey. Just knowing you're there helps.
You're gonna be okay, buddy.
Like, the opposite of the guy that can't poop in public.
I need someone to listen.
Someone close by.
I can't do this alone.
And then after a moment, I wash my hands, I guess, if you hear... I don't know
Sure,
if there's
yeah.
like a
Yep.
bucket of,
No, yep.
yeah, wash my hands and stuff.
There's in the other corner. There's a bucket that's got like flower petals in it. Yeah. Okay.
You eat the bathroom
Gross. Don't do that.
Oh no.
Is it like a hotel? Do they have like hand
Paul
soaps
is
I can steal?
Paul is like 10 feet away, but just looking at the door. All right, let's go. And you guys leave just as the door is
actually
shutting. And
the
Edovard's returning. You guys are reaching the door. You guys go back into the banquet hall just as they are finishing this little conversation we had. And as the 2 of them come back in, it's like 5 seconds apart from one another. Lark kind of looks over, finds it a bit strange.
Lumen's got rose petals around his mouth.
Trake is like, you 2 feeling better, huh?
I like the little mints you got in the...
There aren't mints in there.
Rose pet.
Oh, that's to add a floral scent to the hand washing sink.
Oh my goodness.
He eats
People's
a lot
dirty
of
hands go in there, you know. And so they come out.
I'm so embarrassed.
Far be it from me to say I've never been to a dinner party and made a fool of myself.
Can I do
You're
insight
in light company.
to see whether Lumen is really this dense or not?
You can just ask him afterward.
Okay.
I mean, you can roll an insight check if you want and go ask Mike about it.
So we were just discussing that Woodhurst was in need and I wasn't receiving letters and that Lark here had failed to give me this most recent one that he had received.
Failed is a strong word. From what I hear, Lark has had a lot of responsibilities.
Thank you. I have. I've been picking up a lot of the slack of this guy here when he's been sick.
How long have you been here?
You laugh?
Yeah, like it's a joke. Like they're jesting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let them know.
Trake is just like not responding.
Oh, it's getting tense quick.
Which one's Trake again?
I'm Trake.
Well, I mean, that was just me telling you the distinction. Lark is the young, like partially elven one, or maybe full elven, and then Trake is the Goliath.
Okay. I'm thinking of it this way, like, because...
Oh, you're talking about on the board?
Yeah.
This is like the elven kind of guy that walked in that you guys don't like. Up there is Trake, the High Commander.
Like him.
Goliath, yep.
Yeah, okay. So Trake would
But
be
no
on my
tattoos.
left, which would be the elven.
No.
That's where I'm going to sit. There's an empty
Yes,
space.
Lark is the elven.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. That's how
You're
I...
right next to him.
Okay,
You
cool.
and Nora are across from each other at the table.
So I have to ask a question. What is it that a lot of you hopes to accomplish here in town while you're here the rest of the time? I don't mean, are you leaving soon? You sticking around?
I have to...
The one that talks like this.
Got it.
Trake.
The one that talks like this.
The one that talks. That's why I said one earlier, like that was the point. I was like, I'm Trake.
Okay.
I said, what do you hope to accomplish here in town now that you finished the games? Are you moving on?
Unfortunately, no, we can't leave the city. We've lost a friend here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Lost as in they died, or lost as in
I don't
you
think
misplaced
so.
them?
Well, they've been taken, actually.
Taken?
Taken.
And I have a very particular set of skills.
Taken in what do you mean?
I know an old friend here, Gertrude. She lives southeast, kind of in the slummy area. But she has an old house there.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And she, I spent a night there with some of my compatriots, and the next day she was missing, but the kettle was left on. And Gertrude, she's on in years, more than most of us. It's not like her. I've known her as long as I can, and it's very unlike her. I was hoping, actually, not to be disrespectful, but because you, Lark, you've been doing and covering a lot of the work. If
I've been, it's all been a mess and a blur, At this point, Trake kind of...
Where's that roasted hog? My fine friends and you have had a hard time and they like some real food.
And Lark kind of, I'll see to the hogs, sir. And he scoots his chair back as he stands up and starts walking for the kitchen.
Lumen, did you have something to say?
Was it?
Also,
You don't have to do that, Lark.
No, please. I haven't done the best at communicating lately. Let me go see to the hog and see if it's prepared.
Actually, Lark, I'd prefer it if you didn't.
Oh.
Excuse me? I'll be back in just a moment.
Just a moment.
Well, I had a question for Lark, and we're everything in common. I'm really bad with names.
I'm under no
Drake, thank you.
command to have to be here at this dinner, but I just offered to step into the kitchen real quick and check on the food, but you're holding me here. I don't understand. In a bit of a hostile manner.
I'm upset. I'm upset with the way things have been dealt with. A woman has gone missing. You've been covering a lot, but it seems very important.
Roll an intimidation check.
Does he remember the astral projection so
That's
he gets
why
advantage?
I'm having him roll it.
11.
Was there any changes on Lark's face though when he said?
Roll an insight check.
21. That was an natural 20.
oh, he's on the other one.
Whisper time.
What was your intimidation check?
11.
I'm sure if you really need an answer from me.
I don't. My friend here, Lumen, he's from the Feywild. He has a certain gift, he really helps people with recalling information. So actually I was hoping he could ask you. It's a bit arbitrary, I understand that, but it's in the eyes.
Just sifting the information through multiple brains here, okay?
I had a question for Trake and Lark.
He's kind of standing now, just like 5 feet away from Trake, but... Yes. Your question?
I'd like to hear what this is about. I'm very sorry to hear about an elderly taken, and under any circumstances, I'd like to help. As part of this dinner, I think it only fitting that you provided such entertainment for my men and women who are training so much that I can take some requests as I've taken here, as long as they're within reason.
I was wondering if you had any information regarding to our friend Gertrude that is not out there in the public.
They both kind of look at each other. Lark kind of raises his eyebrows and looks at Trake. Nods a little bit. Trake.
This is the first I've heard of her, so the first I've heard of her name. Any information I'd have about her is what you just told me. I don't think there is any public information as far as I'm aware, or else I think I would have heard about this situation.
I mean, you might not know her as Gertrude, but on the street there was a missing or dead person. That's what the yelling people...
Hadn't heard. I've been in my offices all day today.
Who did you agree? Lark or Trake?
Lark.
Lark, are you? Do you have an answer for them? I mean, you do a lot more work in the field out there than I am these days, and I'm justifiably, you did say, picking up a lot of my slack.
Lark kind of... This is your interrogator, huh? Way with words. You want to know if I have any information about your friend that's not publicly available? Never heard of your friend in my life, so I certainly don't. Adequate enough for you? I'm gonna go check on that roasted hog. And he walks to the kitchen.
I had a 17 on my insight.
Okay. Anybody else roll inside?
A 9.
I'm gonna roll again. Nope, didn't get that one.
Bad.
I could guide myself then, I guess, if you've already rolled yours. 29?
I mean, you did do the augury. You should have pretty good insight on this.
Anybody else get anywhere near that?
How?
There was a...
How did you get
3,
that?
yeah, 3.
3. I had a nat 20 plus a 6 on insight plus a 3 of my guidance.
Why are you letting him go mess with the food?
We have an opportunity to talk to Trake, lay everything out, be completely honest.
Probably poisoning that hog.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I believe that. I think that Lark very may well have plans to murder Trake and pin it on us.
Yeah, or
going
he has
really
been
hard.
poisoning him.
When do we ask
How
about the
long-
hider?
Yeah.
How long has Lark been here in town?
He didn't
How
answer.
long- And how long has Trake been sick?
And I don't think we have time to get answers to that. I think we should...
I think it's 4 months. I think it's been 4 months that he's been sick, and I thought it was 4 months.
Trake said he's been sick for the better part of a year.
The better part of a year. Yeah.
How long
But he's been
has-
getting much worse in recent months.
Yeah.
And do we know how long
He didn't answer.
Lark was here for? We didn't
I don't
answer.
believe he's told.
Okay. I just wanted to
Yeah, I was trying to get it out
verify
of
that
him,
information.
but
Yeah.
if we have
But
time...
Lark walks back through the double wide, doors towards the back into the kitchen.
Edvard-
He said, "Is that answer suitable enough for you? I'm gonna go check on that roasted hog."
Edvard intently looks at each member of the people's hands. I suppose we should really just lay everything out on the table at this point, right?
I mean, it's not going to get any better, so...
Go.
Trake, we have means to believe that my friend Gertrude was taken by a person who is associated with Lark.
I just keep my eye on that door just so the second it opens or I see him or anything, I just want to be able to be like...
Okay.
We have means to believe that Lark is involved with the kidnapping of my friend Gertrude and a rider who wears a red scarf.
He's a yellow-bellied, sniveling coward, but I wouldn't expect him to do anything like that.
Sounds exactly what a sniveling coward would do.
Don't think he has the gumption to be involved in some sort of a kidnapping case.
In your restroom, my friend cast a spell, and I watched over it. It is a divination spell, and he only asked of one thing. It was if the answer he received would be of honest intent, and the question that he would ask is the whereabouts and or knowledge of Gertrude to Lark. The answer he received from the divination spell was negative, that the answer he would receive from Lark would be a lie. You have no reason to believe this, but we have compounding evidence. In fact, we have a number of guards who have vouched for us in our investigation of one cafe that Lark owns that had a military surplus beneath it.
Hey, while they're talking, I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
On the foods in front of you?
No, I can just sense it.
Oh.
For the next 10 minutes.
Nice.
Okay. On a person.
Very well.
Paladin.
And anything else.
Most of us are magically inclined, and our friend over here is very deeply entwined, from what I understand, with nature. He even possesses the ability to speak with animals on occasion. And he interviewed a certain...
Within 30 feet.
Animal.
You interviewed an animal?
There's a red rider that we were assaulted by outside the city, who we later saw creeping around the house of my missing friend. He rode a very distinct, large black horse. Our horse was stabled next to it, and my friend spoke to it.
What did this horse say to you?
That his rider was in cahoots with one Lark, and that they were exchanging packages, as well as some level of involvement with blood magic.
I don't like Lark. He's been my least favorite First Lieutenant. And he sucks at his job. He's not very motivated. At least, well, I should say, I do believe deep down he has some motivations, but I don't think they at all align with what I'd like them to. These are lofty accusations.
Quite.
Some of it comes from news that's circulating in tabloids, and others is quite literally is hearsay from your friend talking to a horse.
Well, the news in the tabloids is actually our doing. We infiltrated that cafe. We found a body burned to a crisp, wearing a certain ring, a ring that belonged to my missing friend. In fact, I have it with me. The ring, however, was covered in a strange way. We were able to notice it in the dark. It was quite reflective, and the soot on the ring was mostly on the interior, leading me to believe that the burned corpse that was recovered, which I'm sure you know about, was not my friend, but some sort of double that the ring was then later placed on. The ring is how we found her. We tracked the object.
And I looked over the body, and it didn't match quite exactly with the body type of Gertrude.
Well, they've been burned to a crisp?
Yes.
Okay.
And yet a ring was placed on it after the fact.
Roll a persuasion check.
I suck at persuasion.
You can have advantage because of the involvement of the group.
12.
As you say that, the body thing, he just kind of sits there in silence for a moment.
Storehouse of weapons and armor branded with seals, maps. We were certainly there.
Looked like there were many other.
Right now you see the door start to open. Nobody walks in.
No, it just opens?
The door, you just saw the door creak open slightly. Did you guys just stop talking?
No, she doesn't say anything, I'm sure.
I don't notice.
What were you saying, Levi?
It appeared as though there may have been more.
storehouses.
I have no doubt in my mind that Lark is not well-intentioned, and I also have no doubt that he is incapable of overhearing our conversation. So I would like to stress...
The door swings open.
Yeah.
Walking through it, you see two servants, each carrying this large tray with this whole roasted pig on it. It's brought forward towards the table, and things are moved aside, and it's set within the center of it. Lark comes walking in. Just had to grease the wheels a little bit. A little bit of hands-on management. You need new servants, Trake. At least they need to step up their game a little bit. Thing was just sitting there ready to go. They were primping it up and making it all pretty. He sits down in his chair, kind of scoots back a little bit.
What do the servants look like when he's saying that?
They just kind of like look up at him a little bit, like, "What? Why would you say that?" Almost like.
I want to stand up.
And at this point, too, a couple more servants walk in with trays of these little bowls of soup. Oh, my favorite part. So, you stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, as you stand up,
My favorite part, the soup, as it is a broth, really, and it's a thicker broth, and it is so delectably tasty. As you pull hunks of meat off from the hog, it is meant to be dipped. Now, this is a bit of a finer dinner. Most of the night has been finer, but this is something from my homeland that is very precious to me. It's a meal between friends that represents typically new contracts. It's usually at weddings and also business organizations, and the union of new friendships. And I have some possible dealings I'd like to work with you lot in the future with. I've seen you fight, and I think you're great, and I have a bit of a quest I'd like to send you on should you like it. But because of that, I thought we'd go with a traditional tribal meal, and so you eat this with your hands. You pull some meat off and dip it within the broth. It's delicious, believe me. And at this point, they've kind of like sliced up various portions of the pig too, so like you can just pull chunks of meat out of it. You're detecting no poison on any of the food that's on the table as of right now. Nothing in the pig.
What about disease for him?
Well, it says for the duration you can sense the presence and location of poisons or poisonous creatures and diseases within 30 feet of you. Does it say like diseased creatures? I guess what else would a disease be?
Disease.
Yeah.
A disease with no creature.
Yeah. Sensing, you look at Trake and you see kind of like coursing through his veins, almost this strange greenish glow throughout the entirety of his body.
It is. I know I said it was tribal, but you mustn't stand for the meal. You may sit, and there's no tribal dance. I know what kind of reputation we get. Believe me, it's delicious. Please put the bowls before them, and the servants start putting these bowls of.
Before we start, can I do something for you?
Sure.
I'd like to say grace for our meal.
A grace? Oh, you'd like to pray?
Yeah, but it would be my honor to come and hold your hand for the grace.
Just my hand?
Well, no, we go around
I
a
know
circle.
we're both Goliaths, but
No, we all hold hands.
Let's do it.
But I understand if you wouldn't want to hold hands with me after.
So you're gonna stand up to move down to him, right?
Yep.
Okay. Kind of scooting people down. You guys just scoot seats down.
Yeah.
As you do that, you now move, and as you stand up, Cephas, you take a step. Somebody puts a bowl in what was your place, and then Holik scoots down to your place. As you sit that final spot, you sit there, reaching out towards his hand. He's kind of trepidatious of it, not reaching for it. Somebody sets a bowl in front of you, and just as they do, it glows. You're aware that there's poison in it.
In that one? Or
In each of them. He just doesn't quite notice it as he's moving around. He sits down in a bowl, slides in front of him. There's a bit of a glimmer. And he reaches out.
fine then. I'll hold your hand then.
Grabs your hand. It's a Goliath thing. Lark is kind of sitting there. He grabs Venora's hand.
Where are the guards?
You can feel just this clammy, soft hand. Hasn't seen a day of hard labor in its life.
Where's Lark?
Lark's at the other end of the table.
Yep.
He's
Next
where
to
did
me.
he go? Oh yeah, he went back in there, sorry.
I
He
lean
reaches
in
out.
to Edivar, and I'm gonna whisper in his ear.
Trake, I do hope you will forgive me.
What? I forgive you for standing before we eat.
I'm gonna slam my hand down on the table, and then it kind of goes in a little bit, and I'm gonna bound weapon summon my sword.
Okay.
So out of the table, I pull this long sword. But it's not the sword that I've been carrying. It's a very, very unrusted, well-kept sword, with a spiked brass hilt and pommel, and dark leather wrapped on the handle. And the blade is almost 3 inches longer than the other sword I was carrying. It's cartoonistically long, ridiculously long. But the entire thing, though you can tell the colors, is pretty heavily coated in soot. And as Edivard pulls this out and begins to look at it, his eyes are just as confused and confounded as everyone else's.
I do the same thing.
You reach your hand in and take that sword.
Let's
out
double
of his
it
hand.
And I'm gonna rush towards Lark.
Okay, so Grace is being abandoned.
No. He'll make to
I'm holding Trake's hand.
Yeah. Okay. As you grab Trake's hand, by what matters, we were speaking about, and you're just running for Lark.
Yeah, on the table.
Oh, okay.
On the table.
Standing on the table. As soon as you do, Lark is already on his feet as you're on the table, and you watch him take 2 steps back, draw his sword, and then there's this massive ball of energy in his hand that's already gathering there.
My hand's holding him. Still
He hadn't grabbed your hand yet, and he let go of yours.
How rude.
But because it is 10 o'clock, I think we're going to stop there. Yeah.
I'm gonna yell, "Your bowl's poisoned!"
Okay. Just as you do, what? To my balls poisoned? My balls are poisoned?
Sorry, Byron's brain forgot. Who are they talking to?
Lark.
Thank you.
Yeah, the guy that...
Dude, I knew that, and I just
The guy that you guys first
When we
talked
first
to...
met him, I forgot his name immediately.
I was like,
Who is this
I
guy
gave him
again?
what I thought was actually a memorable name.
Yeah.
Ransom Larch.
It's a really cool
I
name,
remember.
honestly.
He's all lark and no bite.
Yeah.
Lark.
See if it's the same human or-